Hello, everybody. My name is Killabean5000. I am your dungeon master for these 4 hours. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm incredibly nervous.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. For context, this is, I think, my 3rd time ever DMing. So if it's bad, it's not my fault.
It's our fault, the players, for not understanding your vision.
It's actually chat's fault, just because they're here. No, I'm used to being mean to my own chat, so if I'm mean to the people who aren't normally from my chat, that's totally okay. I want to give everyone a chance to introduce themselves. If you want to say a little bit about you really quick, feel free to do so before we hop in. Whoever wants to go first, take it away.
I can start since I'm in this top corner, I suppose. My name is Asia, and I'm a variety streamer, so I play games like League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Marvel Rivals, if you like pain and you understand that kind of vibe, and really anything that you can play with friends. I'm a photographer and videographer. I speak Mandarin. My favorite color is green, and my favorite animals are kangaroos. So I am playing, this is my 3rd Dungeons and Dragons campaign in the history of my little life. And the 3rd I've started, and hopefully the 1st I will finish. So, you know, what a fun time playing these things. If I go, what do you mean by that? It's because I truly do not know. Yay.
That's so valid.
So excited. Yes.
That's so valid. Well, we're gonna hopefully have a great time, and it's the rule of 3s. It's both of our 3rds, so we're gonna make this good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Kinsey. Those of you who are from Playotic know my chuckle fuckery, so you should be prepared. Everyone else, buckle in, kiddos, because I'm kobolding again. And my horn is already giving up. Cool. Yeah, hi. I'm one of the Playotic beans. I'm also on TikTok as the Sea Cat. I try to make stuff that's funny, and I sing little sing-songs. And that's pretty much it.
I guess I go next if we're going in lines.
And be like,
I'm Mike. I used to be a prolific D&D content creator under the name Eisenco and played around with the YouTube. Now I just exist as an off-camera entity on Kilo's stream for them to call and get a 5-minute download of whatever hyperfixation I'm currently focusing on in the moment. Avid D&D player for many years and looking forward to helping the kids with my completely upstanding man who is my character.
Yeah, your hyperfixation, for the record, right now is Age of Empires.
That's because it's great, but we don't have time for that right now.
Wait, which one?
Age of Empires 4. Oh, it's all I've been playing. It's spectacular.
Hell yeah. And to the 2 people who are on camera together, I'll let you both introduce yourselves.
Yeah, and it's Hannah. Or not, yeah. And from Playotic, you know, we're here all the time. So, or used to be. I haven't been on here in a while. I haven't played D&D in some months. So it's nice to see people again. Yeah. And I have we're not got anything. Yeah, we're good. We're normal. This is normal. We're gonna have a fun time.
We're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
Don't believe you at all.
So far, we're bringing energy of like, oh yes, we were all regular adult men who work at the business factory, and I'm here for it.
Y'all are gonna love the energy of this then. And with everyone else being introduced, I realized I gave a very brief intro to myself. I'm Killabean5000. I'm a variety streamer, content creator. I make a lot of D&D TikToks, but I play a lot of random games on my live stream. This is my 2nd year taking part in this event, and I'm very excited to be here. This is my 1st year DMing, obviously, as we established. But I actually got to play with both Kinsey and Gup last year, and it was wonderful. And I'm just very excited to be here. And as a general reminder, we're doing this for the kids. So if you haven't already checked out Extra Life, or you don't know what Extra Life is, it's a wonderful initiative raising money for kids in hospitals and all across the country and across, I believe, the world, because it's also in Canada. So lots of great incentive goals, a really great cause. So if you can donate, we'd love for you to do so. If you can't, that's also totally valid, and you being here is enough support. Because at the end of the day, we're doing it for the kids. If I messed up that pitch at all, I'm so sorry, children. Anyway.
Well, the kids
Don't
better not
pitch-
be in here.
Don't pitch children. They don't fly very far.
Yeah, true. You have to punt them. No,
Yeah.
you should not be joking.
It's true.
Helpful.
Between this and the joke I made for Sunday's game, I am in fact going to hell. Which, watch Sunday's game. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, if we're all ready to go, I've stalled probably long enough. We are almost 20 minutes into our time slot. How about we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so to start off, I did not plan out a monologue. To start, you all, by whatever means necessary, ended up in the same small town last night, and you all in various different places decided to go to bed. You remember falling asleep and falling into what felt like the best sleep you've had in a while. Like, you know when you pass out and it's just like, oh, this was so neat, and you wake up and you just feel like that sense of sheer relief, and like you wake up and you don't have a headache, and it just feels good. It was one of those sleeps. And in hindsight, that should have been suspicious, because as adventurers, as people who are typically on the road, you would not have expected that, because you always kind of have the one eye open sleep mentality when you put your lives in danger in the various ways you all do. So when you wake up, there's that moment of bliss, of that pure like, ah, yes, this was so good. I needed this. This is going to be a good day. And then you realize you don't recognize where you woke up at all. This place is not familiar. Because where you've woken up very much gives the energy of a stage. Like, you can see ahead of you. I don't know how many of you were theater kids, but if you've ever been on stage, you kind of look out and there's a bunch of almost silhouetted, I see a hand raised, great. You see a bunch of silhouetted figures in front of you, but you can't really make out what's in front of you. But around you, you see some podiums, I'm gonna harken this to one of my favorite shows recently. If you've seen the Game Changer stage, very similar, very similar vibe to that. It's bright colors, lots of almost like a retro aesthetic, almost, but it's not quite Game Changer, because it looks like if your grandmother made a game show stage, like kind of that like 70s 80s color palette vibe, but like looks like some of the designs were taken off like a couch you would find at your grandma's house. So you all kind of come to, and there's also the only sounds you can really hear as you wake up on this stage are like a very up, like a game show music. Like it's like that upbeat, like do 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 da 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 da. And as you all come to, I would like one of you to introduce yourself. What do you look like? What's your vibe? If you would like to share with the class.
In order?
Same order, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. Wow. Interesting thing. Hi, my name's Peori, and I am a bard elf, and I look like me.
Yeah.
With green hair and big wings, and they are blue and green and purple, and they are very large, so they're larger than me, and my stature is the way that I look. And I'm wearing big flowy ball gown.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Tight,
Thank
tight,
you.
tight.
Thank you.
So, counter to this beautiful ethereal bard, Sneak Skitterfoot is a 2'6" blue lizard creature who is currently just waking up from atop the back of a giant frog. If you were looking not super closely, snakes might disappear on the back of this giant frog because it is twice the size that they are. And drool is definitely dripping down Sneaks' chin.
There it is.
Amazing. I've missed Sneak Scare. It's so much.
Yeah.
I love being a kobold. Where are the
Can you
bad dank bees?
Can you just say scintillating?
I guess that brings us to felonious, upstanding man with no crimes, cons, or conspiracies. Felonious conspiracies, for short, and Philly D to his friends. Sorry, Philly C. He is a toweringly tall satyr at 5'2". He is going classic Mr. Tumnus with the vest, the scarf, and then nothing from the waist down except his thick, shaggy fur. He has a big black beard, and he is currently waking up and packing up his nicely laid out bedroll. And is kind of that point in the morning where I'm like, where he's just thinking, all right, I guess we're doing this nonsense now. Let's see where this goes.
I love the concept that I also stole your bedroll. I brought it with me.
Also, just to be clear, do we all see each other? Like, are we all in the
you
same
can
room?
all see each other. You're all in the same space together.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we are Grung, and we are Toad and Toadette, and we come from a mystical land where our castle was just saved. So we went out on an adventure and woke up somewhere completely different. We don't speak common.
What?
What do you speak?
Animals, Druidic, Grung, and Minotaur. And what do you speak?
I have Draconic and Sylvan as well.
You have Draconic?
Wait, sorry, did I hear Sylvan?
Bless.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna be okay.
I can communicate with one of you.
Same.
This is gonna be rough.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to figure out what languages I can speak.
We have to be submerged in water 1 hour a day or we'll die.
Become exhausted.
Become
You
exhausted.
said
Yeah.
you guys are frog people?
So,
We're
wait, so
poisonous?
the 10 million ruble
It's
question
amazing.
is, when was the last time you were submerged in water?
Ooh,
Was
I
yeah.
before-
assume we speak that way.
Okay.
Well, I
There's a-
meandered.
There's a bucket next to you. It's been provided by actually you see I'll let you make a perception check for something. If anybody would like to do so.
I'll do it. I'll leap in at the die opportunity to roll a die.
Perception.
May I
Absolutely.
interject while you're doing that?
Absolutely.
Do it.
We have officially crossed $1,000 donated. $1,011. Thank you to that $55
Yay.
from a wonderful Spud. With that,
Spuds.
all of the players gain plus 10 HP. If you're at max HP, you get plus 10 temp HP. All the players may now add plus 2 to all of their die rolls, and Kilo, you may add plus 6 to all
No.
of your die rolls.
Oh, boy.
We also, because of that $55 donation, that is 2 multiples of 20, because 20 times 2 is 40. That is 2 wild magic surges that have occurred.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I had. Welcome back to that hellhole.
I forgot how much I hated that.
Yeah.
Who's ready to be a potted
what's
plant?
a magic surge?
I will tell you in a moment.
Oh,
Imagine
Yay.
that just a little piece of the universe and reality breaks next to you.
Just for a second.
Yeah.
Just for a second.
Needs
Sometimes
to be
10
just
minutes, but just for a
acting.
second.
With lasting effects, unfortunately.
Basically, something is going to happen that we have no control over.
Yeah.
hmm.
So what?
Do y'all have a
So
healer
life.
in your party?
Wow.
I
Two
have cure
bards.
wounds.
I
Cool.
think I deliberately didn't take cure wounds.
Sneaks.
What do you
come
mean a
on, man.
healer? What do you mean?
What are
a
you doing to
healer?
me?
You lose those 10 HP that you just gained.
You suck.
But your hit points is also now 1.
No, not this again. No.
So
No.
your max HP isn't reduced, but you do currently have 1 HP. So
Oh, this one is my least favorite one.
be very, very careful. Mike,
You shut up, Strahd, from the last game. I was watching you and your weird nipples. You got the fuck out of here.
I just want to say I've been a guest on your stream for how long has this been? 10 minutes, and I'm getting attacked personally.
yes. Well, yours might
You know
not
we
be
like
so
it.
bad depending on how you like your hair, because upon your head appears a hat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a good hat? Or is
It's
it a bad
whatever
hat?
kind of hat you want it to be.
like to
It's
think
a
it's one of
red
those
cap
big
with some
hats.
white text that says.
No.
Nope, not going there. It's any hat that you want it to be. But if you try to remove it, another hat will immediately appear beneath it, and you can sell each hat for 3 copper pieces.
I'm good. I'm gonna go be a hat billionaire.
There
This is
you
gonna
go.
be great.
That has been this interjection. I will leave you back to your game.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So
I
sorry.
just have a
One
quick
HP,
clarification.
correct?
So Sneak is now at 1. Do they
Yes.
look like shit, or are they mostly fine and it's all like internal bleeding?
I feel
Mm.
like I woke up from
Good
like
question.
feeling amazing from like the best sleep of my life and then immediately started to vomit.
The caffeine withdrawal.
The Monday.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Who rolled perception checks, by the way?
I did, and I think that +2 is gonna really come in handy because it puts me to a whopping 8.
Okay.
16?
Should
That's
we all
good
be
enough,
doing
right?
this?
16. You're welcome to roll as well. So if you want to roll a perception check for me.
Okay, look, I have these things in here.
Beautiful.
Which one?
D20. And then you're gonna add perception from your character sheet.
Biggest one.
Oh, I missed the dice.
What do you mean perception from a character sheet?
So if you did you make a character sheet? Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Let's say you're a bard. Add +4 to whatever you just rolled.
Yeah.
Because that'll include the +2 that you get from Nolan's stuff.
11. Great.
11? Cool.
Good team.
I will say, Toad and Piori, you both almost as like it's very quick, but as you're sitting there, like kind of coming to, you notice that walking like quickly, almost like scuttling away from the bucket, is a very small gray figure. You don't quite get a chance to make it out the features, but you see it kind of dip in behind a mysterious curtain. And as you all kind of come to and see each other. For the record, there's water in the bucket, so you guys can stay alive. We may not have we have weird values on this game show, and one of them is letting the entertainment survive. Question mark.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah. I've got it's a yeah. It's barrel sized, like fully submergible.
Okay, perfect.
If that's okay. If that's
Yeah.
the one I have from home anyway.
An elegant wooden bathtub.
Yeah, we can make it a barrel. I'm okay with
So
that.
that's what you meant by can I have a barrel? I need it to survive. This makes so much more sense now.
What I'll say actually is it is your barrel. They just forgot to put it on stage. Like, you kind of caught like the last minute setup as you come to. I'll let you have your barrel.
Yes, and it's got my stuff in it.
Yeah. So You kind of come to, and you're all looking at each other. Is there anything anybody wants to do? Anyone wants to say?
Yeah, dog, I need to touch myself because I'm dying. Excuse me, hold on. This is fine. No one worry about Sneaks. Sneaks has this. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself, so I'm not 1 point away from dying at least. I'm casting it at level 2 because I hate Playoff Surges and I forgot how much I hated them. Okay.
Do you want... Felonious is just going to look at you. Do you want a bit... I could top you off a little bit if...
I prefer to touch myself, but let me see how I feel after I give myself just a little rubbing, you know? Haha, that was an 8. Sick. Okay. Haha.
Would you...
Yeah, okay. Actually, if you could like you can just gently press on my horn, I think that will be okay. If you get too handsy, Bibbit will eat you. Maybe. You actually look kind of
Noted.
big.
I've been eaten enough times in my life, and so I'm just gonna, from a safe distance, reach across and tap the horn. And you will get 10 HP, and I'm also just gonna prestidigitate the vomit away.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if that was like a cultural thing, but you know.
No, I didn't do that on purpose. Okay, I'm at least not going to die right away now. To think I had such nice health before we started.
I'm gonna
Like
tip
a
my hat
further-
to introduce my... Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Like a further description of my character, like she looks like Toadette, but is a grung. But
Hell
but
yeah.
constantly is like emitting a water spray on herself, so she's just always moist, always damp.
Moisturize me.
Hell yeah. Moisturize.
No, that's
Oh.
not.
Did you just have a spray bottle already?
I mean, it's either Febreze or air duster, whichever you prefer.
Oh no.
I also
You
look
can
like
inhale
Toad.
that.
Cup.
As the healing's going off, as we're consistently misting ourselves, you hear almost as if it was coming through a speaker, but you can't see anything that the sound would be admitting to. You hear, as the music's kind of been swelling as this is all happening, and you hear, "Welcome, one and all." I'm trying to do a drum effect at the same time. Thank you. To best to impress, and you hear rambunctious applause. It sounds like it's coming from the void in front of you. You hear this is as if you went to the Taylor Swift Eras tour. There is so much applause, more. It seems almost more than what is capable of filling this theater. And as the applause is happening, you hear, "And now we will introduce your host. You love him. You love to hate him. Please welcome in Monsieur Chipapple."
I'm gonna look at Sneaks and I'm gonna say, I think they're going to kill us.
Mansoir Chichipap. This is a stupid name. I say it is stupid because I cannot pronounce it and make it stupid.
Also, can you remind me really quick what languages the grungs can speak?
Druidic, Grung, and Minotaur. That's what I can speak.
Sylvan and Draconic in addition to those.
Okay. I'm gonna oh wait, no, that's you know what? One of you can speak Sylvan?
Yes.
I'm
You can
gonna
also speak with beasts. I don't know if that's
I don't know how much that helps, but what you're gonna see is kind of processing that you kind of can't hear what's going on. You're gonna notice a little gray figure kind of comes up to Toadette, and I'll give you a better description of it now. It looks like it's yay high, it's not big, and it looks like little grayish purple guy. He's got yellow eyes, pointy ears. His jaw somehow looks like a beard, but also like an extended jaw. And he's got like little webbed hands and toes, and he's gonna come up to you, and he's just gonna start like translating to you in Sylvan.
Perfect.
So you will have to pass this along. Like I'm
Yes.
assuming this is a translation chain.
Burkle.
So as that kind of comes out, you also see walking out to the stage to this rambunctious applause. I'm again gonna call out a game changer aesthetic. Wearing like very much like a magician's outfit, like a very nice suit tuxedo, big top hat, a very magical looking cape. Like when this cape moves, it like almost has like a magical shimmer to it. Like you kind of like it looks like the fabric that changes color depending on the angle that you're looking at. And he wears a vest that is a very similar color underneath. And he walks out, he's like, "Oh, thank you. Welcome to our contestants." And you hear more applause. And he kind of looks over and is like, "How are you guys feeling today? Are you excited to play?"
I think something in Felonius's performer brain is going to kick in, and he's going to say, "Of course, take a bow, sweep off the hat, and as the new hat appears, he's going to stand back up and throw the old hat into the audience."
Can you make a perception check for me?
Question is, can I roll well on a perception check? The answer is no.
You see the hat
13.
fade into the 13?
Yeah.
You see the hat fade into the audience, and you actually see you had a really good throw, and it like lands on somebody's head.
Mm.
But you don't really see a reaction from the person.
It lands on my head.
Sure. Yeah, you now have a second hat. There's two of the hats that now exist.
I have a hat?
It lands on your head. Yeah, it's your hat now.
But wait, where did the first hat come from?
Well, we have an infinite hat generator.
I have a lot of hats.
Perfect. Okay.
So
Okay. I'm tracking.
you can absolutely have a hat.
Okay.
And Chip Apple looks to the rest of you and is like, "Any other comments from our esteemed guests and players?"
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Well, good
I'd like to
question.
second that.
This is Best to Impress. This is the most coveted game show here in wherever we are.
Coveted, but we were all kidnapped, right?
Well,
I think you all happened to volunteer by showing up on my stage.
But I didn't sign any like release forms or
no
anything.
waivers?
Yeah,
Normally there's like a safety talk.
liability.
What is the floor made of? It looks something scary.
It's carpet.
Yep.
It looks
That
like
is scary.
It looks like 80s movie theater carpet.
I
This
rescinded my
stage-
yuck. I love that. Thank you. Never mind.
Thank you. This stage does look really strange. Sorry, what did you say?
You said the floor is carpet?
Yeah,
Nice. That's important.
Oh, it's damp now.
it's
No. No.
Oh, yeah. Anyone
Getting
who's
better.
barefoot now is like feeling the carpet squish a little.
You hear a scream.
But yeah, so
Weapons. But like slap people, and you said there's a translator coming at us, right?
yeah, you have a little friend now who's translating for you.
It's gonna scare me, and I'm gonna probably try to like slap.
I'm gonna grab your hand.
Okay, stop me.
Stop you. Yeah.
Okay, burgle, burgle.
Shoot, stop saying that at me.
Burkle. Nice.
That's grung. That's how grung talk
This is Grug now.
from now on.
From this point forward, that will be grung.
Burgle, burgle, burgle.
And here I thought you would sound like a Murloc. Dang. Oh well.
So as this is being passed, like this is being communicated to you, do you guys the host is going to turn to the both of you and be like, "Is there anything you'd like to say? We do obviously have a nice translator here for you so we can understand."
What's happening?
Well, again, this is best to impress. I realize I should explain the rules.
Yeah,
and
no
what's going
shit.
to happen here.
Oh, there's rules.
Oh, yes. Every game needs to have rules. Otherwise, we'd just all be stabbing each other, and that's no fun.
Stabbing.
So, oh, yeah. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves now, shall we? And you hear, like, rambunctious, like, laughter from the audience as they're like, so, how this is going to work. Yes.
Real quick, you said we could kind of see the audience, right?
Yes.
Are they like very diverse? Is it lots of like, can we tell what kind of creatures are watching us from the semi-void?
I'll ask you to make me a perception check.
You got it, bud. Yeah. That landed in a corner, so I'm gonna roll it again. Yeah. Okay. That was a 20 plus. Hold on. Perception 26 plus the 2 that we got 28.
That was a natural 20?
It was a natural 20, yes.
Hell yeah. So what I will say is as you're staring out into this darkness, like the audience, like when you're on stage, it's always very hard to see into the audience. But this audience looks like almost like it's being concealed as well. Like it's a little bit harder to see than what you would expect. Like the stage lights are very blinding, but as you're staring more and more, you realize normally when an audience would be responding the way they are, you would see like movement. You would see like people like clap, like you'd see the motion. You're not seeing any of that. In fact, these people are eerily still. And they also look, the more you stare, they seem significantly thinner than what a like normal body would look like. Sorry, I just saw chat say the fuck. So
Deeply troubling.
Yeah, so you're kind of staring. There is something very off about this audience. And the more you stare, the more you realize you can't really tell diversity. You can see the crowd is like different sizes, but you wouldn't say like you could tell many features. But you could tell like this crowd probably was diverse.
Was?
What?
Anyway, let's get into the rules, shall we? So, how this is going to work, our wonderful show tonight, we have 3 rounds of wonderful trials, tribulations, things that will make our audience go wild, all set up to showcase the best of you. And at the end, the best one to impress will win. Yeah!
Yay!
What do we win?
Yay.
Is there a prize?
You
You
win
win.
the best prize. But the prize, we have to keep you guys in suspense. So the prize will be revealed right before our final round.
But how do I know if it's like worth it?
How many rounds are
Trust me,
there?
it's worth it. It's worth it. It is.
Thelonious is going to have an inside thought, which is just this is how I die. He's just certain that he's going to get shot here.
You hear a gun cock backstage.
Yeah.
How many rounds are there?
3. So, in fact, how about we start our first round right now? Yay!
No, thank you.
Yay.
I would like to leave.
Are you gonna try and like walk
I'm gonna
off stage?
turn around and I'm gonna tell Bibbit, yeet, and we're gonna try to leave.
If you go through the curtain,
Yes.
you kind of start to go through, and you see several more of the little gray guys that I mentioned earlier. There's lots of them, and they like immediately kind of square up and use they build a wall essentially and like push you back onto stage. They're just like shaking their head. They're like,
Yes. Stop shaking the wrong way. You shake like this.
they are shaking their head, and are you gonna push back against them?
If I get out of this, I am going to let Bibbit eat all of you. And then we'll turn around. Okay, fine. We play this stupid game. Then we go home.
Yes, you can. Once you're done here, you can leave.
Fine.
There are podiums?
I played this stupid game.
Yeah, so there's 5 podiums. There's one for each of you. Also, welcome in Raiders.
Raiders, yay!
Yeah, there's a
Yay!
Raid. Ooh, yeah, they are welcome in. We're raising money for charity. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah. But yeah, so essentially, what's going on here for the Raiders? We're in a magical game show, and the party very much did not agree to be here. So we're figuring that out as we go. But as you're kind of walking over to your podiums, getting settled on stage, Chip Apple's gonna look at all of you and be like, our first round is somewhat of a talent showcase. We want our audience to be familiar with you, because obviously we want them to know who you are, to really be able to like root for you. So what we're gonna ask you to do is I want you to showcase us something. Show us a talent you have, put on your best spell, your best show us something unique about you. And we're gonna see who can, and the crowd's all gonna say, impress. Like, this is like very much a planned end of the speech. So mechanically how this is gonna work, and I'm totally stealing this somewhat from Eisen. Credit where credit is due. The way this is gonna work is you're gonna have the capacity to cast up to 3 spells or do some sort of feat with the
What?
for reference, suddenly Sneaks just becomes super small, like
1'9".
becomes 1'9". And you notice your host does not bat an eye at this. It's just like, okay, this is what we're doing. See, already showcasing some wonderful talent now, aren't we?
What the shit?
We're on our level now.
But yeah, so you're all gonna be able to do something. If you would like to perform a song, if you'd like to do something with a weapon, all of these things are totally okay. Essentially, I'm looking for you to do something to impress the audience. So you are welcome if you have somebody has an idea and would like to go first.
I'm not going first because I'm in the audience. When do I make it to the stage?
Oh, you're already on stage.
Oh, okay. Every time I walk on the wet carpet from the grunts, I'm going to scream. So, thank you.
That's valid.
What?
Why are you barefoot?
I don't like
This
shoes.
is my question.
Yes, I don't like shoes. I think they are oppressive and are a part of the patriarchy, and I don't believe in that as the maiden elf of my home. So
I get that. You may want to like temporarily believe in the patriarchy. I do not think the carpet is getting any drier. You want to put on like some flippy floppies.
I don't have any money, unfortunately. I've spent it all on alcohol and libations.
Margle. I understand now.
The one piece of common is I spent it all on alcohol.
Gurgle.
That sounds like such a Sims response. Gurgle.
It does.
Garble flarbadar.
Anyone want to go first?
I guess I have a small idea.
Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
going to use I'm going to step forward and say, yes, I am felonious, upstanding man with no crimes, cons, or conspiracies. I am
What?
a storyteller by trade, and I've traveled all over these lands collecting stories that are 110% true. That's more than 100% for those math nerds in the audience.
You hear the crowd laugh.
For some reason that threw me off. but I'm going to use minor illusion and a little bit of prestidigitation, which I think I can do this, to create a little like shadow box in front of me and have like little shadows. And I'm just going to tell a quick story about. We'll go with the dangers of being snarky to a sorcerer. And I'm going to tell the classic tale of the legendary dwarvish smith who, when commissioned to make a crown for the sorcerer queen, he put an inscription on the inner brim so that as she lifted the crown up in front of her legions of followers, she saw the quote, "The same crowd that applauds your coronation is the crowd that will applaud your beheading." And when she saw this, she turned to the smith and said, "You are such a witty dwarf. You have wit enough for 3." And she turned him into 3 trolls and sent them into the lands to learn their lesson. I'm just going to do a little shadow play of that.
Heck yeah.
And then I'm going to see how that's received. Can I make a performance check or anything?
Yeah, make me a performance check.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll something as well.
I want to try and get as close as I can and just sit down and watch, like front seat.
I love that. That's all I'm going for. That is a 25.
Yee. I'm going to say the audience kind of like at the start seems a little bit like, oh, where's this going? Like it's kind of like they're watching and they're like, you hear like some quiet murmurs from the audience, but then as the story continues, you're hearing like gasps, you're hearing like people like laughing, like the story is very much captivated this audience. And the more you like get into it, and then like when the twist at the end comes, which turns them into the trolls, you just hear everyone like, people are like, oh my god, like you have captured this audience. And once you're done, you hear the rambunctious applause. Like they loved this. And
they would if they were still there.
And yes.
Sorry, can I use the like cover of the applause to like make some kind of check to determine what is going on with the audience? Like maybe maybe try to use like Arcana to see if are they enchanted, are they real, are they dead?
I would absolutely allow you to make an Arcana check.
I should have picked a different skill. I only have +2 to that. That's an 8. Wait, I get plus something.
+2.
Right. That's a 10.
I will say,
do better.
You can tell there's something magical going on here, but you don't think it's with it's not really with the people in the audience. There's something magical going on, but it's not that. Like, it's not the actual bodies in the audience that have something magical going on.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to throw another hat into the audience and shake the host's hand and then move to the back of the line.
When you shake the host's hand, because the host I realized I didn't give the host like a species or anything. The host has looked very humanoid, maybe a little bit like elven in nature, like kind of like had like almost like a fey mystical glow. But as you grab the host's hand, this hand does not feel like what you see at all. In fact, you feel a very wrinkled, dry hand shaking yours, with like very long nails.
Well, as a performer who's had to shake many unpleasant hands, I'm going to take it in stride.
Oh, and they're on an ad break. They just went on it. So are we good? Do we want to keep going? Do we want bathroom break?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. I know we talked about doing that for ads. That's why I wanted to check.
Okay.
But yeah. Do I keep going?
Can they still hear us? I don't think anyone who's not in the ads, I mean, can they still hear us?
I believe VIPs and sub would.
Yeah, because I didn't end up in an ad break. So
Yeah, you're a VIP. So yeah, I'm not subscribed. So I get to see subs can chat. Okay, yeah, the subs are calling
How
me out.
dare you?
what?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I
if
was
y'all
gonna
want to stop or
subscribe
keep
for
going,
the
that's totally
beginning.
up to you. I forgot to like really discuss that in the pregame, so totally your call. If you want to go to a break, just let me know and I'll switch it. Otherwise,
I
do what
mean,
you
we
want.
could speculate wildly.
Yeah, you're welcome to do so. I will say probably on the ad breaks, I'll keep checking in, and if we want to take a break, we'll do
Perfect.
that.
When's the next
excellent.
one?
I believe
They're
there's one
about
an
every hour.
I could probably pee, actually.
Yeah, go,
Okay.
So I'm gonna goodbye.
go piss.
Go piss,
Gonna go
squirrel.
pee too.
I was gonna say go piss girl, but I realized
Be in and
I
out
don't
right
know
now.
your exact gender, so I
Oh.
won't assume.
Go piss soldier.
Yeah, the war.
I don't.
Soldier?
I mean, I could, but like, it's hard to get out of here right now.
My
Live the
ad went
life
very
you
quick,
wanna
so I'm
live.
here. Oh, fun. To the subs and to the people coming back from the ad break, we're taking a very quick piss break. How you guys feeling so far?
Hag bullshit. This is hag bullshit. I can smell it a mile away.
I'm thinking
About a
about
mile
my
away.
talent.
You think you have your talent?
I'm thinking about it. You can smell from what? From a mile away?
The hag. This is a hag. I just know it.
What do you mean?
And DBD?
Like that, but worse.
Oh.
You know, look,
Handed.
I will
Yeah.
spoil something.
No! Don't spoil nothing
Don't
for
spoil
me.
anything. Don't.
I'm just gonna tell you the name of the little guys.
Oh no! Let us discover.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
want to know nothing.
okay. You don't get to know.
I don't want to
I
know
just want to say,
nothing.
grungs that don't speak common, by the way, wild choice, infinite respect.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna take it, but I'm gonna have ways to communicate with people. So I took speak with animals. It doesn't it's my language. Yeah, it's not yours. So or like animal messenger, it relays a message from me, but it's in my language. So
And I've given you industrial soundstage to work
Mm.
with.
Wait.
Mm.
Also, just technical thing, is Gup and your wife? You two seem very quiet on my end. Is that just a
Oh,
me thing?
No, that's a good
Quiet.
point. Yeah, y'all seem quiet for me too.
Okay.
and down
Like,
again.
But
I
my
think when we
ADHD.
switched back, you guys got quiet again. I don't know if that was a thing. Also, the ad break is done. Well, and I
back.
see Kinsley's
We're a
back.
level 1 hype train. I know that's right.
Hello! Oh, people were gifting subs. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, but also you should consider giving your money to charity. We are streaming for Extra Life. Not that I
Kick
don't
the
appreciate
cancer.
it, but
We're gonna kick the cancer right out of those kids.
I
It's gonna be
think
great.
Potato Man already donated, so they're just doing this as well. 'cause
that's
they're cool
also
that way.
valid.
Wow.
Potato Man is rad.
Hmm.
iGator also gifted me a sub.
Oh,
Um,
sick.
this
iGator
is-
is also rad.
Yeah, this is also my subtle reminder that this is a charity stream and that Extra
Oh.
Life is rad. But
My bad.
yeah, no, you're good. I did come at it from the angle of don't give your money. So I completely respect that. But yeah, thank you for the hype train. But yeah,
Missed a train? Ah,
You like
Um,
trains? You got
Not
autism?
really, actually, they freak me out. I don't have that kind of autism.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good to know. Just background.
As are you saying you want the surges?
no,
Always.
I don't. They stress me out.
I'm so hyped for more surges.
Of course you are.
As
Well, so far they've mostly affected you, which
I
is
know.
great.
As we get back into it, one thing I will ask is, does anybody want to go next in our talent showcase?
If it doesn't look like anybody else is stepping up, then Toadette will go next.
Go for it.
Sick.
So Toadette is going to use shape water to take water out of our barrel, and so the host, when you were describing them, they have like this shimmery, almost color changing facet to their clothing, and so she's going to use shape water to make a figure that looks similar to the host, and it's going to have that shimmery color changing thing, and they're just going to kind of dance around the host and then go back into the barrel.
Hell yeah. Can you roll me? I will let you make either an Arcana check or a performance check, whichever one you would prefer. You could also argue other stats if you think that's more applicable, but those are the two I will offer.
So I got 19 plus 4, so 23, and then we all get plus 2, right? So 25.
Yeah. Again, the audience, as you do this, the audience kind of starts like murmuring to each other. They like seem a little confused at first, but the moment it kind of takes the shape of crisp apple, or chip apple, apologies. You kind of, they immediately hear, wow, like they immediately start freaking out. Like this is like so cool. The crowd is rambunctious, and they just wild applause. And as it kind of wanders over to Chip Apple, he absolutely plays along. He like starts dancing with it a little too, and like taking the moment, and like throws in a little bit of like almost like a little sparkle. Yeah. That's 6 surges. Oh my god. I do see there was a donation. That's gonna be great.
It was an amazing donation.
Yeah. But you guys should be scared. Anyway, yeah. So as the applause comes down, oh, that's also a healing surge. So you guys get health, right?
Yes!
Yes, they do. Everybody gets plus 11 HP. And for those of you not named Sneaks that were already at max health, you get plus 11 temp HP.
We don't
Yeah.
get
You're rude.
And
And
I
that's
do
so
have
rude.
6 surges queued up and ready to go if we want to work through those real
Jeez.
quick.
Let's do
Sure.
it.
How much health did we
Alright.
get again?
Plus
11.
1, 2.
How are we doing? Yes, Toad would be player 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Toad, you.
If it's good, I want it.
Toad, you're able to walk on walls as if under the spider climb spell.
So
That's
we've
nasty.
got a damp grung who can get anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Absolutely.
Nasty. Okay.
He's
I'm
in the
just gonna
crevices.
stick to the
I feel
carpet.
like Kinsey's gonna kill me.
What have you done now?
Whenever you make a perception check, you must say, "My senses do be tingling."
No, I love that. That's great.
Okay. All right. Cool. Woo!
Verbatim or
You know what? Feel free to use some creativity there.
Okay,
but
cool.
something to that effect. Let's see.
I could do
Player
that.
Toad.
I don't like when he laughs first.
And Toad, you have lost the ability to control the volume of your voice and must now speak only in a whisper. I'm laughing because that was one of my favorite moments when he was playing a grung on the unprepared, and he comes running out of the cast like, "Hey, you guys! Hey, you guys!" So it's a weird callback. Let's see. Felonious, upstanding man with no crimes, cons, or conspiracies. You.
Long-ass name.
Telegram, announces a well-dressed bellhop in red. He hands you a telegram, tips his hat, and leaves. The telegram reads, "Look out!" Signed, the Luck and Improbability Guild. As you look around, you see a menacing, heavily armed mechanical dragon descending towards you, its guns blazing. Please make me a D20 roll.
Holy shit! Can I? I've already
And
performed.
you may add your +2 bonus, and you may add your dexterity modifier.
my dex modifier. Okay, so +2, 14. Hold on, let me quickly look at my spells and see if I can do anything about it. If I can do magic about it. Is it made of metal?
It is. It's a mechanical dragon.
Okay, casting heat metal would probably make the situation worse. I'm gonna
Could
just
be.
try to dodge. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
A
Oh, so
14.
jealous. I'm wandering off stage. Super
Sorry
quick.
about your luck. You take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19 gun damage.
Gun damage.
Gun damage.
Gun damage.
Okay.
Not
Damage
piercing.
is gun.
Yeah. See, Kenzie, it could be so much worse.
Never heard that one before.
First of
That
all,
one was new.
You said 15?
15, yes.
Well, I've still got temp HP, but I just want to say, before you rolled this, in my head, I was like, a gun appears and shoots you in the back of the head, and this was much worse.
Yeah, you did bring up guns.
It's a
Bring this upon
flying
yourself.
gun.
Yeah. It's,
Right? No, it's not the
holy-
bullets. The gun gets yeeted at your head and collides with it.
No, it's
It's not
big guns that
shooting you.
fire smaller guns.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
I cast Glock.
I can't look.
Kenzie, I've got
That's-
another one for you.
No!
3? Okay, so 4.
The next attack
That's
that you
Glock.
make automatically deals maximum damage.
Okay, that's cool.
And then finally, Asia. Where'd it go? I had it written down. I lost it. Hang on. It was right there. Where'd it go? There's something about invisibility. Hang on. Ah, yes. You turn invisible for the next 10 minutes or until you make the next attack.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And that's it. Also, thank you so much for that $125 donation. That's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's it.
Oh.
Until the next surge. I'll see you later.
Bye, God.
See ya. As all this goes off at the same moment. What
Where's the music coming from?
music? Oh, I can't hear it anymore. But anyway, who would like to go next? As all of you get various levels of fucked up.
I feel like if Toadette goes, then I don't know what's going on. I'm also gonna get up, and I don't really know what's happening exactly. So, is there anything dead around?
Is there any dead?
Yeah.
Can you roll me? Roll me just a
I
straight.
knew it!
You know what?
I
Roll me-
knew it!
Roll me an investigation check, and I'll give you. No, just roll me an investigation check.
1 plus 2, so 16.
16. Yeah, there's dead around.
Could be
In fact,
raised.
is it what?
I'm gonna start gurgling, and then I'm
Whispering.
We can now not hear
I was
you.
gonna say you got to get real close to that mic if you're gonna whisper.
Eat it!
Then I'm going
Throughout the
to
mic.
raise the dead.
Okay. How
Probably a bad
many
idea.
creatures does that do? Sorry, I'm not super familiar with the spell.
One,
One?
yeah, just one.
I'm gonna roll.
Only one undead.
I'm gonna roll the d6 here.
But if it's,
Okay.
is it would have to either be a zombie or a skeleton-ish. Oh,
No, that works. This works. So from the audience, you notice that in kind of the if you're looking out at the audience, because I'm gonna get my stage directions wrong, in the left wing, like to your left, in like the second or third row, you see one of the audience members just like kind of like they're sitting there like this. And you kind of just like how much autonomy does Raise the Dead give them? I don't know much about the spell. Sorry.
It is under my control for 24 hours. On each of my turns, I can use a bonus action to command it. If I can control more, I can command all of them at once. And yeah, I just have control over it for 24 hours, and it obeys the commands that it's given.
Okay, well, you now have control over somebody in the audience. Do with that as you will.
If only he could tell the rest of us about that.
Are y'all using the right micro? Do y'all have more than one microphone?
No, are we still quiet?
You are still
We are
quiet.
struggling to
Yes.
hear you, yeah.
Is that any better?
That is
Yeah,
better.
That was
that
much
is better.
Could you
Hey, I
just?
just
Is there
found
a
a button
gain
that I
dial or
clicked a long
something
time
you
ago.
can turn up?
I am gained all the way up.
Ooh,
weird.
Like,
period.
my whole mixer is
Gains.
cranked, which is strange.
Yeah, big game.
Yeah.
I think just maybe put it down a little bit, like in front of your.
So it was
area.
coming out the sides. I had it going both for both of us, but I mean, still quiet.
That's
Well,
better.
That's
that's
better.
much
That's
better.
way
better.
Like so much better.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, I changed the polarity. So, can I beckon it to me?
Yeah. And as you're kind of watching this, you see the audience kind of seems unsettled by this development. Like they're letting it this is happening. You kind of hear everyone like murmuring, and then you kind of hear them going like kind of like the upset grumbles. They're like, yeah. But you now have walking onto the stage, and kind of as you guys see the rest of the party kind of sees this coming to view, a skeleton walks onto stage.
Yes. How tall is it?
The one you get, I'd say, is about 5 feet tall. Probably, actually, you can see at one point because it has almost like a skeletal set of horns. This was probably a tiefling.
I will ride it. I am 1'5", so I'm gonna hop on its shoulders.
Okay. Roll me a performance check. And again, I'll let you do Arcana as well.
I'm bad with quotes. I'm not actually trying to impress anybody. I'm scared, so I'm trying to raise my army. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, fair.
What a 2,
I thought you were gonna say
1
that
for
you-
a 1.
I thought you were scared, so you're just trying to get higher. Trying to escape, like climb a tree.
What a weird shit going on. Yeah, I got a 1.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm gonna say as you kind of climb on to this audience member, the crowd starts booing actively. Like they are not happy with this development. And you hear Crisp Apple kind of I keep calling him Crisp Apple. Chip Apple.
I think Crisp Apple is their name now. I don't
It might be Crisp
Yeah,
Apple.
I do like that.
Crisp Apple.
Crisp Apple kind of goes, ooh, hard sell with the crowd. Sounds like people don't like their bodily autonomy taken away now, don't they? And then the audience laughs. But like,
Okay.
no, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I joked about this being the Torment Nexus, but maybe it is.
I don't know what the Torment Nexus is.
The legendary novel, Oops, or Don't Build the Torment Nexus.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't read that one.
I'm
but-
invisible, so I would like to be a menace during this
Go for it.
particular thing. I would like to slip off stage and back into the crowd and make sure that all the hats have been collected that Felonious has been throwing off. I am bringing them back onto the stage and placing them at the podium near him. And then I go back to my podium and start making a bunch of noise. That's what the music was.
Oh, okay. Do you want that to be like your talent? Like this is what you're
Absolutely
doing?
not. No, my talent's
Absolutely.
different. So
Okay, I will let you do this.
Thank you.
I will say, as you collect the hats, you kind of pick up what I think most of the party has figured out by this point is that this audience they're not alive.
exactly.
They are absolutely skeletons.
Yes.
And I will just tell you that now that you're going into the audience.
Mhm.
However, once you come back on stage, Chris Apple kind of just addresses all of you as be like, I will not tolerate messing with the audience after this point. So if you try to go out into the crowd, you may find something unfortunate happens. With kind of like a wink, and the crowd goes, ooh.
Oh, okay.
So take that as you will. But who would like to go next?
I suppose since I'm still visible, Sneaks will go next. Is there a prop table by chance?
Ooh.
I'll say if you want a prop table, two of the little guys will wheel one out for you.
Great. I would like a couple of hula hoops and a lighter.
You can have that.
Sick. Okay. So here we go. Ladies and gentle dads, my name is Sneak Skitterfoot. This is my frog, Bibbit. I know their name is Bibbit because they don't stop saying it. Every other second they go, Bibbit, and I'm like, yes, I know, that is your name. And they go, Bibbit, and I go, yes, I learned your name ages ago. And they go, Bibbit, and I'm like, shut up, Bibbit! But Bibbit does not listen. What Bibbit does do is tricks. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna have Bibbit jump through an unlit hoop first, just to gauge how he is feeling today. You never know with frogs. Sometime they just sit there. He's very sad.
What kind of a check would you like either me or my frog to do to accomplish this?
I will say, I will let you make, performance, obviously. But I'll also let you make, we'll say acrobatics.
I'll say, could I offer you animal handling?
Yeah, I'll take animal handling. You're
Sick.
using a frog.
Good. Good. Excellent. Well, yeah.
Well, that was not as good as I wanted. Simple math. I love simple math. 13.
Okay. I'm gonna roll as well. I'm gonna say it's not the same amount of rambunctious that some of the other ones have gotten, but the crowd does seem amused. Like they like the use of the props. They love the companion element. You're not messing with the audience, and that's kind of like an improvement compared. No offense to the last act. And they seem pretty excited. So yeah, you get a warm reception.
I can see that you are not that pleased. This is what you actually want to see Bibbit jump through.
I would like to light the next one on fire.
Okay. Go for
Candy
it.
Frog, jump through the fire hoop.
You hear a little bit more energy from the crowd, and I will let you make another roll.
You're gonna have to do better than that, or the frog will not jump.
Okay. I'll let
One
you
more
do it
time.
I'll also let you do it with advantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, that was a little better. We're gonna take a little better.
I'm so glad you gave me advantage. All of my dice go straight to jail. New dice.
Dice jail. There's a 14.
I'd say you get a very similar reaction. I'd say you can do it successfully. The crowd is still yeah, this is good. They're impressed. I'd say again, you're not getting the rambunctious applause that you got from everybody else, everyone else has gotten. But you very clearly have made an impact. They like it. And Crisp Apple kind of goes wow, that almost could have been dinner. And the crowd kind of chuckles a little, implying that your frog was gonna get set on fire. He's I'm not personally interested in frog legs though. I'm much more of a chicken thigh person myself.
Ew.
The crowd seems to really like that joke.
There's
You do
something
that.
wrong with all of these people. Other than them clearly being dead, something else. On top of that, there's something wrong. I rest my case.
Fair enough. Last but not least, Piori, what would you like to do for your talent? If Sneaks is done, I realize I didn't clarify.
Sneaks is done.
Okay.
Am I still invisible?
I'd say it's right about now the invisibility probably wears off. I don't remember how long Nolan said it lasted for, but we'll say it wears off right about
10 minutes.
10
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, it'll
Perfect.
wear
So it's
off
plenty
right
of time. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Peori's talent is slam drunken poetry. And
What?
it's slam drunken poetry.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
I'm here for this.
So she starts to recite heartfelt and very barely coherent love poetry to the audience while hiccuping and occasionally forgetting some of the words, and it starts some sort of way it starts to mold into the things that have occurred so far. So I once was a frog, and I knew that frog was for me on a log because the log was in a bog. And I know that this frog named Bibbit will give me a ribbit if only I keep sipping this drink. And when it ends, she's in tears. And it's possibly moving, occasionally still rhyming, every now and then ends in tears. Mine or anyone else's.
Yes, she is so right, you know, like Bibbit is just there and then you ribbit on a log.
We're just very confused.
Uh-huh.
That's
Very.
Yep.
that's
Snaps in the
beautiful.
chat.
I'll
Thank
applaud.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
snaps.
I would like you to make a. I'm gonna say this is probably just the thing I could argue for is a performance check,
Sure.
a straight performance check. But I'll let you make it with, because you're focusing solely on the performance. I'm gonna give you. We'll say I'll give you an additional +3, because everybody else got to choose a stat. I feel like this is fair to make it, except for maybe Eisen. I think I told you just straight performance as well.
Oh,
I
it was
offered performance.
4.
4? Okay. So
Yeah!
you see the crowd. They do enjoy it. However, at some point, they kind of like are listening, and they kind of lose it at a certain point, and they're kind of now confused about the plot just a little. They still enjoy it, but they're again, it's kind of like they give lots of snaps, but it's not like because they respect obviously the snaps from spoken word, but it's not the same effect that you could tell with the rest of the first two. The first two had like very loud, rambunctious applause.
Okay.
Oh no, we've lost the plot.
Mhm.
And after you're done, Chris Baffle comes on and he's like, "What a riveting set of performances from our wonderful contestants! Can we get a round of applause?" And you hear the crowd again going, "Whoa!" Very enthusiastic. Now that our performers have gone, I will graciously award our points. So if you have impressed our audience to a certain degree, you will get a point. And do the points matter? We'll find out. And he awards points. I will say everybody gets a point, but Toad. Because one, you got
Makes
that
sense.
1 and 2.
Totally fair.
You messed with the audience, and they're not super impressed. But
Totally fair.
so 4 points is awarded to the group. And as like the audience kind of applauds respectfully at the success, Chris Baffle's gonna go, "Are we ready for our next round?" And the audience goes, "Yay!" And he turns to all of you. For our next round, we're gonna see how quickly you can locate and find your way to grabbing your goal. We want to see your speed. We want to see your strategy. We want to see if you can grab on to victory. And you kind of blink for a moment, and suddenly it appears as though you're in a different location. You are in very much what appears to look like a grandma's living room.
Balls. I thought I was like, a mountain? A mountain? A mountain?
So
It could
this
be a
is like,
mountain hut. We don't know.
this very much looks like the kind of living room you would like, almost like a sitting room, like not like a living room where like there's like a TV in the console. In this room, you all kind of are suddenly seated on this very nice vintage couch chair. There's kind of like a U-shaped of seats. In front of you is a coffee table. There's a fireplace that it is currently on fire. Like there is fire there. And behind you are some other there's other furniture scattered around the room. And you hear Crisp Apple's voice say to the group, "You will have 3 turns." Or how many? Sorry, not 3 turns. You will have 20 seconds. So 3 turns mechanically to locate one of our wonderful stagehands and keep them with you. There are 4 of them hidden around the room. It is your responsibility to find them. And with that, I'm going to ask you all to roll me an initiative check, just so I have a turn order.
Tight.
Did you say there's fire?
There is fire.
If there's a fireplace or the building is on fire.
There is a fireplace that is lit.
21 for Felonious.
Oh wait, 6 plus what?
Your
You roll a
initiative.
6 as well.
Your initiative at this
Initiative.
level would probably be
I think
Plus-
somebody sent a character sheet in for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
so it'll say initiative.
Where?
At the top.
It's right
at
next
the-
to your armor class. It's a +3.
Plus 3.
So you would have a 9. If you
And
rolled a
then we
6.
do plus what?
Plus-
2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you
right,
all
and
get
we're doing
+2.
I didn't do any of those +2s with my performances, son of a.
So that makes
So-
it an 8. 20.
No, wait, an 11?
For you, it's an 11. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna okay. Quick maths.
Did you
Mine's
add
not
that
hot.
on, Mike, or did you?
Oh,
The
did I
plus
add
2.
what?
The
The
plus
plus
2.
2? No, so that would be
23.
a 23 from me.
Okay, Toad and Toadette, what do you got?
Also got an 11.
Okay.
Can I ask the host a clarifying question?
Yeah,
Are there enough stagehands for all of us to succeed?
there are 4.
So no.
So no.
So one person will not end up with a stagehand, and
I have
if
a-
you do not get a stagehand in time, you also fail.
I have a 15.
15. Okay. I thought you rolled an 8. Wait.
No, I rolled a 10 +3 to my initiative +2.
Oh, okay. I misheard entirely. My bad.
I said 8. Sorry if you heard an 8. That was me.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled. Oh, yeah. Okay. And you guys have 11s. Just for sake of clarity, what is dex scores from the 3 11s?
Mine's 1.
Plus 5. No, plus wait. I don't know what I'm looking at.
It'll be at the top. So it looks like yours
2.
is +2. Yeah. Okay. So Toadette and Peori will go at the same time. And then Gup will go third. Toad will go third, sorry. But to start our initiative is Felonious. What would you like to
Okay.
do?
Is a perception check a full action?
I will say a perception check, I will allow it to be a bonus action. Same with an investigation check if you would like to make that.
Okay. I am going to. Is it just. Are we in like a full house or are we locked in this one room?
You are in this one room. There is
Okay.
2 sets of. Actually, no. Roll. I won't tell you that until you roll.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to. And I don't see. There's no stagehands easily in sight.
No.
Okay, how big is the room we're in?
It's
I
about
cast
60
Fireball.
feet by 60 feet.
60 by 60?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, gang. We're going to make a. We're going to make a investigation check to try to determine if any of these little fellas are hiding in the room with us or the adjacent rooms. I assume I can check all of those on one turn. Or is it just...
Yes, but what I will tell you is there's not really any adjacent rooms. They would all be in. I will just tell you they will all be in this room. With the...
If I cast Fairy Fire, would that highlight all of them?
Is Fairy Fire a creature you
20.
can see?
I don't know. We'll start with the investigation check.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Oof. That was a 7 plus 4 plus 2, so 13.
On a 13, I will tell you, you can see. What I'll tell you is I'll give you a little bit of a layout of the room. So you can see a door. It's like 2 folding doors, like kind of funny enough, kind of like the ones directly behind me. It looks like a closet. That would be the only really adjacent room you would have in the space. There's a bookshelf on the wall. There's some paintings. There's on the table, there's like a nice vase of flowers. There's also a lamp
Is the vase
on the
clear?
little table. The vase is not clear.
I want to look in the vase.
There's some dead flowers inside. Can you make me a perception check?
Even if I already made one, or do I need to wait?
I will say if you would like to grab the vase and make a perception check, I will say that's like your other action. But if you would like to just pick it up and do something with it, then like basically whatever you do with this vase is your action.
I'm gonna pick up the vase and I'm gonna chuck it against a wall.
Okay. Roll me.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna pull the flowers out.
Okay. I guess I'll tell you if you look inside. You do see at the bottom of this vase a little guy just staring back at you, and he's kind of shoved like a flower in his mouth, and he's like,
I'm gonna very calmly put the flowers back in and keep the vase under one arm. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do something at the start of your next turn. Okay.
Don't love that.
Next up is Sneaks. Sneaks, what would you like to do?
You said that there were doors?
There is a set of double doors, yes.
I would like to open those doors and then perceive.
Yeah, I will allow you to open them and roll a perception check.
My senses, they do be tingling.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
18.
Okay, you open the closet doors. And inside, sorry, I just had a very funny thought that I'm now going to do. You see, kind of inside, you see it's a coat closet. You see various shoes, coats, and inside, as you kind of are glancing around, you see a pair of rainbow boots on the floor, and just barely poking out of one, you can see one of the little pointed ears in the shoe.
Great.
Yes, this is a coming out of the closet joke now. But yeah, would you like to do anything else with
I would like to command Bibbit to eat the rainbow shoe with the little guy in it.
What?
So my giant frog Bibbit has an action called swallow.
Period.
Okay.
They can attempt to I am surprised that derailed me. Yeah, he will
does
attempt.
my guy need to make a save?
I believe so. Hold on, I'm reading the stat block. Because of course I didn't do that beforehand because I'm a fool. I think it's a grappling check. I'm pretty sure it's a grappling check.
So that means I would roll.
Yeah, I think is it contested in 5e or is that Pathfinder 1e? I play too many types of games. I get them all confused.
It's still contested.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't know off the top of my head. So I roll a dex check.
Yeah, and then I'll have do the frog's strength, I suppose. Fuck it. That's what we're doing now. I don't care if those are the rules.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Rules warriors are sweating in their grave.
My frog only rolled a 10.
Okay. You do.
Oh no, wait. A 12. I gotta remember to put those 2s in there. That could be important. Well, no, if you're putting +6, I'm totally screwed.
I do get +6. You do see as kind of the little ear as it kind of shoots toward, like, maybe its tongue shoots towards this shoe. You do see the ear kind of perk up a little, and the shoe falls to the side. And the little guy starts to, like, kind of scuttle out in a panic, like, oh no. And starts running. It looks like he's about to be running away. And with that, I'm gonna say that's your action.
Yeah, that's it.
So we're gonna move. We'll go to Toadette first. Toadette, what would you like to do?
I want to first clarify: are we all in the same room, or are we all in identical rooms?
This is the same room. You are all in this room together.
Okay. I want to cast Find Familiar, because then I should get an extra perception, possibly.
Okay. Yeah.
And then have my little guy, like, looking around the room.
Okay. What I will do for the sake of just time, but also making it kind of easy, I'll give you advantage. Does that sound fair? You can have advantage on perception checks. So if you want to roll me that.
No. 13.
13.
Did you add the two?
No, I didn't do advantage. Hang on.
Oh.
I just rolled one. Oh, that was much better. 25.
25. Okay, with a 25, what I will say, you guys typically don't like being around fire because it I have a feeling it, like, dries you out pretty quick. But as you're kind of, like, warily trying to back away from the fire, you see kind of tucked behind the flames, kind of rolling around in the ash, is a little guy. He's kind of blending in with the ash a little, but you can see he's kind of back there. He does look a little nervous to be this close to the fire, but he was kind of trying to hide in there and didn't expect the fireplace to be on. But you could see him rolling around in there. I am going to say that because to cast Find Familiar and to look around, I'm going to say that is your turn, if that's okay. Which then brings us over to Piori. What would you like to do?
Okay. One. I have a talent.
Okay.
And it's called Drunken Distraction. And I would like to distract Felonious.
Okay.
And try to take the vase that
Okay.
Felonious has under the
Do
arm.
it. Get that guy. He's too good.
He's too upstanding.
How dare he?
So
I pay my taxes.
What exactly are you doing to Felonious to try and distract him?
Drunken distraction is it's something that confuses somebody. So I start singing and hiccuping and moving in all these different ways and motions, because remember, I have this evening ball gown on, so it's swishing around, and I'm doing spins and things around and around and around Felonious, trying to distract enough to slip his vase out of his arm.
Yeah, I will allow you to make. I'll say your action can be a performance or a deception check. Against Polonius, what kind of roll would you make? The kind of
Wisdom?
yeah, I'll let you make a wisdom save against
You
that.
suggested something I'm good at.
Yeah, my brain
What
was
do I
going
do?
perception.
So, okay,
that's
so
where I was going.
Up to you. You're the DM.
No,
If you
I
wanna-
like wisdom save more.
Damn it.
okay, I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So
I'll still
22
have Polonius
plus
roll.
something else.
Yeah.
I've rolled 2 cock die in a row. Oh, that's a 19.
Oh, suck it, nerd.
So Polonius, you kind of see all this
Are you
swishing.
calling me Polonius?
Polonius, sorry.
Okay.
I did call you Polonius. I said the wrong name. You're kind of you tuck the vase under your arm, and as you do so, you turn and see Piori has started doing this like almost mesmerizing dance. And as you're kind of distracted by this, what I'm gonna do is, Piori, I'm gonna let you make a sleight of hand check with advantage to take the vase.
Is
That
an
is-
at 20.
Holy
you
shit!
serious?
I'm not even joking. Look at this.
Hell
God
yeah.
dang it.
Okay. Yeah, you grab the vase. And Felonius, for right now, I'm going to say you are until the start of your next turn, you're kind of unaware that this is a thing.
Okay, period. I'm doing the things. I'm figuring something out. I don't know. I feel good.
And with that, I'm gonna say that's your turn as we go to Toad, who now gets to see what's going on.
It's hot in here. Like you said, we get dry. Is my barrel around?
The barrel came with you.
I am going to drag. I don't still know what's going on necessarily, so I'm gonna drag the
We need to
barrel.
Translate to you.
Yeah. What would you say?
That we're looking for little guys, and that there's only 4, and you only have 20 seconds.
Oh, I can't find 4 guys in 20 seconds.
You only find 1.
I'm gonna go. I have a skeleton guy too, so I'm feeling like I have assistance, and I'm gonna have him help me get my barrel, kind of like to us. I will use my action to like drag my big heavy barrel, if that is okay.
Yeah, where are you dragging it to?
To just near me, just behind me, just go into it. Mostly, I need to get wet.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
It is, yeah.
Wet.
Okay.
Cursed.
Sometimes
that-
you just need to get wet, man. Like that's just how it is.
I just need to get wet. I'm gonna very quickly make. Actually, I'm gonna ask. Somebody call odds or evens.
Odds.
Odds.
Even.
I heard odds first. Okay. I am gonna ask Piori really quick to make me. Can you make me a perception check?
It was 10, so 13, 12. Well,
13 plus 2, so you get 15.
If-
So, I'll say you notice this. You notice at the start of your turn, the little guy kind of like scrambles out of the vase and falls onto the ground next to you. Like he climbs out and he hasn't gone anywhere yet. He just kind of like falls out of the vase. It's like, bah. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Felonius. I'm going to allow you to make a perception check at the start of your turn to see if you notice that the vase is gone out of your arms.
How do I not notice the vase is gone? All
Okay,
right,
fine.
let's
You
see.
make you have to beat a natural 1.
Oh, now I roll good. Yeah, that'll be a 24.
Okay, the vase is gone. What would you like to do?
But do I see the little guy who's just fallen out of?
I'll say with the 24, yeah, you can see the little guy on
Okay.
the ground.
I'm gonna cast Fast Friends. So
Okay.
this is someone I can see or who can see or I can see, and they can also hear me, and it's concentration for up to an hour. And it says, when I cast this spell, choose one humanoid in range that can see and hear you and can understand you. The creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by me. While it's charmed by me, it undertakes to perform any services or activities you ask in a friendly manner to the best of its ability.
Okay, so wait, sorry, what save do I need to make?
Wisdom save
Wisdom.
versus what is my 14 spell save DC?
Ooh. Sorry,
I
I'm just
can't
doing.
help but notice the arrival of a bucket on the bottom camera. The arrival of a bucket full of water.
No, is it happening? I was lulled into a false sense of security.
I'm so deeply confused.
Are you you using a hose? Gup.
Inside your house.
It's always
That's just
inside
the
his
mic is
house. He's a
muted.
madman.
So I will say you are able to grab, or I will let this succeed. And what are you asking him to do?
I'm just asking him to come and get under my hat and always stick with me.
Okay. What I will say is he tries to come and get under your hat, but when he takes the hat off to get underneath, there's another hat.
I
And then
can't
when
just
he
like nudge him under there.
But what's when you remove the hat? Then another one.
Well, I'm saying the hat doesn't come off; it just like tilts a little bit. Just enough room for a guy to kind of slither up there.
Nah, I'm with Kilo. Once you pick up
Okay.
the hat, another hat shows up.
Yeah, so
like,
he's
In-
like
in
he
that
lifts
case,
it up
I'll
a
just-
little bit, and there's another hat that he's like trying to get underneath, and it's
When
like,
that fails, I'll just tuck him into my vest if I can, if that's allowed.
okay, I will allow it. He is very oily.
We
Ew.
all make
why?
we make sacrifices for victory.
He is very slimy.
Is
Gup,
this
what are you
revenge?
stirring?
Is this revenge for the oil-covered gnomes?
No, actually,
Okay.
until this moment, I forgot about that. And you know
So-
what? As you're sitting, as he kind of climbs in, he feels very slimy, but then he kind of just like becomes sticky and like is attached to you.
I think I've succeeded, so I'm gonna go sit down on the couch and pass
Okay.
my turn.
Okay. I will pass
Is-
it over to
is it gonna-
Sneaks.
I'm sorry, is there gonna be goo wrestling in the bottom camera? What the hell is going on
I
over
think
there?
so. I mean, truly, keep in mind, this is the man who ate directly from a jar of mayonnaise
Oh,
one
I've done that on an
time.
extra live
Kilo's done
stream.
that, and I'm dating them, so that's
Okay,
fine.
hold on though. That was just the first thing. Let's see. Then there was, I think, Extra Life last year. I'm pretty sure that they threw either flour or powdered sugar all over themselves. This is all in their own home.
Oh.
Let's see. And
Wasn't the
then
powdered sugar last year? I feel like I remember this.
it was last year for Extra Life. I'm almost certain. What are you stirring? What is it? I hate
To
it.
do
I d-
anything until you started talking and chatting, and I was like, I gotta do something.
Oh, so this is my fault. Like you weren't already thinking, what am I gonna do for Extra Life now? I always do some crazy shit that makes my wife mad. Oh no, this is not my fault. This is on you.
And I'm sorry.
I'll split it. It's 50-50.
All right,
It-
fine. There was like the
Um,
weird spaghetti with food coloring on it when we did Escape from Avernus.
Chad has asked a respectable question, which is why didn't you fill it before stream?
Yeah, that's just responsible Jello wrestling.
Hey, what was the question?
Why didn't you fill it before stream?
Reasons. I don't want it to settle.
Look, he was
So
doing
what
his,
is it?
he was doing his best. Let's all commend him. He was doing his best to not let the intrusive thoughts win. And obviously he's failed, but who among us hasn't let the intrusive thoughts win once in a while? You know, some days you're just standing in a Walmart at 3 a.m. and you steal the Kit Kat. Happens to the best of us. And a pound of hair gel.
I'm gonna, for the sake of time, I'm going to keep us moving, but I am deeply concerned. So I'm gonna pass it to Sneaks. What would you like to do? As
I
you're trying
looked up how my frog specifically grapples. So,
Okay, great.
so the rules lawyers can stop turning in their graves. I need to make my frog has to attack the small creature. How far did it get?
He's still in range. He's like very quick. He's trying to scuttle away.
Sick. Bibbit, swallow that little fuck. Yeah. So I make an attack roll. That is a 15. I get
yeah,
him?
that hits.
Sick. Okay. He takes 1d6 plus 1 piercing damage and is grappled. So then the next turn, I'll swallow his ass unless he
Okay.
can escape. Give me a second to give you that damage. My D6s live in here in their own pocket that I can never find when I actually need it. There they are. Yeah. 1. So 2 damage. Good for him. Do they have to survive? Sneaks will use their bonus action and go, wait, do they have to like be alive when this is over? Or as long as I have it is cool?
As long as you have it is cool. You kind of hear Chris Pebble say like, as long as you have it's cool, but please try to keep our staff alive. It is a lot of paperwork.
Sure.
So yeah, you're okay right now. He does like kind of go ah, and like get stuck to the tongue. They're not. I'm gonna be so real. They're not in the initiative order. So I'm gonna make one roll to try and escape. What is the roll to try and escape a grapple? Is it a strength check or is it a?
I looked it up and then it left my brain. This is why I cannot play games.
Strength, dexterity, the target.
I would say I think it's athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Oh, funny enough, I also just saw these guys are damage resistance to fire. I did not plan that. Yeah, he fails. So yeah, he's you've got him. You've got him.
Suck it, you little nerd.
With that, I'm gonna pass it to. Is that your turn? I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's it.
That feels like a good turn.
Yeah.
Toadette, you're up. What are you doing? You're still muted for the record.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't hear a lot of what's happening because it's very super loud behind me. Is the little guy still in the fireplace? Fire is still burning.
Fire is still burning. You're good.
Okay, cool. So I want to create water. It's one of the spells I have, create or destroy water. I'm going to create water to put out the fire.
Yeah.
And then I want my familiar to go grab the little guy.
Okay, I'll let you absolutely you put out the fire. That happens. And then I would just like you to make with your familiar, can you make me a grapple check or an attack to grab it?
So what do I
We'll say an attack. We'll do similar to frog rules. We'll say make a attack roll with your familiar.
Okay, so I rolled a 16, so with the +2 that would be 18, and then I don't know, is there anything that I add?
That you're fine. That hits.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
So yeah, your familiar kind of what is your familiar out of curiosity?
So I want it to be like a Koopa.
So a turtle?
Yeah, a little, maybe a flying Koopa.
Okay, we'll say your turtle has really pretty wings. And your turtle kind of wanders over and just bite, because I don't think turtles have hands. So kind of just like to grab on, just kind of like gives a little bite. Affectionate, like kind of like how you would like a mom cat would pick up like a baby cat, like by the scruff.
Yes.
And the little guy just goes, ah! But like immediately does the cat thing where it's like I am disabled. I cannot move. Like I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole unintentionally. Like I have been powered off. That's the word. Anyway. With that, we're gonna pass it over. If that's your turn,
Yes.
we're gonna pass it over to Piori. What would you like to do now that you're?
I also want to
bottle
grapple,
stolen?
but now I want to grapple. Who can I see right now? Actually,
You can see Felonius, with you. You can see like he's kind of right next to you, and the guy just kind of like is now suctioned to his like under the shirt. You can see.
Sorry, this one's mine.
Toad and Toadette. Toad's dragging the bucket over, and Toadette is has just kind of sent her turtle to grab the one in the fireplace, and you can see Sneaks doing something over by the set of doors. You can see
Okay.
everyone, pretty
Great.
much.
Perfect. And so there's 3 that have been found.
3 have been found. I would say all 3 have been grabbed. So there is still one in
more.
this room.
One
Yes.
more in this room. Okay. Are there any objects that I see?
Make me a perception check really quick.
$15 with all the things.
Okay. I will say the most promising thing that you see in the room that has not been checked at this point is on the wall that the closet is on. There's actually a very large bookcase. Like there's a full bookshelf that has not been touched.
Okay. I think I want to like go over to the bookshelf and start searching all of the books and moving things around.
Okay, I will let you make an investigation check, but that will be the end of your turn.
Okay. It was at 18, and then investigation is which one? Okay, +2, 20. So then +2 is 22.
Yeah. So what I will say is, as you're kind of like rifling through the shelf, as you kind of touch one of the books, it doesn't feel like paper. It feels like it feels more like a vase-like material. Like this is very much like a book that is like a fake book, like one of the ones that'll open up and is like actually a box. And I will leave you with that as we pass it back to Toad. Toad, what are you up to?
That is an excellent question.
I'm gonna look up at you and see how like are you dry? That's a weird question.
Are you dry?
I feel like that's a good question if it's a
Are
concern.
you dehydrated? Oh, no, you good?
Frequently a problem.
Well misted.
All right, okay.
I just created some water in the fireplace.
And you've got your little guy
And I'm-
coming back to you. The other one is where Peore is
Yes.
headed, correct? On the wall? Did I hear that right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna get down off of my skeleton and I'm gonna be done.
That's your turn?
Yeah. I can't get to the other one, so no, I'm done.
You're just gonna forfeit your turn. You're just gonna.
You
lose
could get
on
over there. You have enough movement, I would say, that you could make it to the bookshelf this turn if you wanted.
I'm gonna see if I realize you're going after stuff. Have you informed me of anything?
Yes.
Okay. I can jump to it.
Yeah, I would say you could get there on this turn.
Frog
And you would be
Yump.
able. I would say you would be able to make because I'd like to say I feel like Peore like has her hand on the book that has the guy in it. Like hasn't done anything with it, but like just kind of discovered that it's probably this one. So if you would like to use your action to try and grab it, I will allow you to do so.
Is it so? It's within 30 feet, maybe.
I would say it's about 30 feet. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a standing jump of 30 feet and stick to the wall.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
And I'm gonna try to, because I got the spider climb stuff, so I'm gonna try and slap my hand on it if I can, and stick it to me.
Okay. Yeah. I will let you make. We'll say sleight of hand. I'll let you make a sleight of hand check for it.
It's a 2 + 2 is 4. You said, what was it? Sleight of hand. That's a 5 total.
That is a 5.
Very sticky.
I will say you like kind of try to stick your hand to the book, but you kind of like miss. Cause I'm gonna say this misses. You kind of like misjudge your momentum, and your hand kind of like, while it's sticky, kind of like just barely doesn't make contact, and your hand sticks to the bookshelf instead.
Not used to being so sticky.
Yeah. it's kind of like you, as you like, kind of your hand slaps on the wall and the other one tries to grab it. The force of sticking to the wall kind of like jut your movement a little. I'm also, for the sake of this, the other three have unless you have anything specific you want to do, because it's kind of now just down to these two. I'm gonna say your turns are kind of out of the initiative, unless there's something specific you would like to do.
There's only one specific thing that Sneaks is doing that hasn't happened yet, and as a victory for catching the little guy in my frog's tongue, I realized I haven't licked anything inappropriately yet. So Sneaks is gonna go over and be like, "Yeah, we're the best team," and also put their tongue on the little guy. So there's a frog's tongue holding the little guy, and then also Sneaks going.
He tastes straight up like olive oil. Like, this is not a super appealing taste.
Bro, are you covered in olive oil? This is awesome.
And he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
he's like, like, this thing does not, like, it kind of speaks common. It's just like, no.
There's zombies in the audience. There's some kind of decrepit hand that I shook, and now there's this little guy's covered in olive oil. What the hell is this?
It's a sex cult.
Olive oil. It
I want my
tastes
union
like
rep.
olive oil.
It's always a sex cult if you boil down. You get there eventually.
Toda, is there anything you would like to do, or am I good to pass it back to Piori?
I specifically do not want to touch my little guy because I will end up poisoning him, but I want to make sure that I have secured him close to me with my Koopa holding him.
Yeah,
so that I'm claiming him, he's mine.
Yeah, you can pick up your Koopa, and like, he is still, again, he is just kind of like, has been powered off by the specific bite your Koopa has done. So you are very much holding your Koopa. He's got little guy secured. So you've got like this chain of holding it. People, this sentence is falling apart. But yeah, you could absolutely do that. And with that, I'm gonna pass it back to Piori. So you now have a toad stuck on the wall next to you who just very clearly tried to swipe your book. Is there any way you would like to secure this prize as yours?
Yes. I am going to wait, can I make up spells?
I believe have spells. That would be on, I don't know if the spells you have were sent. But you would have, like, there are very specific D&D spells. If you tell us vaguely what you want to do, we can try and see if it's something that you would have.
Like, I want to move into my creative, artistic, bard, elf self. So I now want to, like, sing people away from me. I want a defense protocol of some sort where it's me and my stagehand thing, and I sing to my thing, and it comes to me and me only.
Okay.
Suggestion?
I would say suggestion, or honestly, even the same spell that Eisen cast. What
Okay.
I would say fits pretty well, like the friendship one.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make. Mike, was that a wisdom save you had me make?
Wisdom save.
I will make a wisdom save, and if it succeeds, this boggle will be yours.
They're boggles?
Yes, this thing is called a boggle.
That's hilarious.
That's what I was trying to tell you guys earlier. Do we have on that sheet what save I need to beat? Like what would Piori's spell save be?
Mine's 14. It'd probably be about the same
14,
if we're
sorry.
both bards.
You said 14?
Sure.
Okay, I do in fact succeed on that. So I do, the boggle, like, you kind of see, this book is still closed, so you kind of just hear, like, you very much are casting the spell on it, and it's just kind of like, it hums along a little bit, but, like, doesn't seem particularly like he wants to get out of his little book.
Yes.
And that would be your action.
That's fine. So now we're, like, bonded, right? We're bonded by my artistic artistic singing.
I'll say he likes your vibe, but he's not like driven. Like right now, it's still in your hand. But
Mhm.
I'm going to give, because this is the last round. I'm
Mhm.
going to give Toad one more opportunity to steal it.
Okay.
Just because he saved. So Toad, what would you like to do?
I want to enlarge it and make it. Wait, no, myself. Not. I want to enlarge myself
Okay.
and try to put my hand on it.
Okay.
My sticky hand.
I will say, because your hand is now like a normal sized hand, because you're also
That's
very
right.
small. I will let you. I'll let you roll with advantage to grab. So I'm gonna say this is I'll say this is a sleight of hand grab again, and I'll let you roll with advantage.
Oh, bitch, a 3 and a 5. 8.
8. And this would be against probably Piori's armor class. Right, or would it be perception?
Perception, I think. Get out of hand, typically.
Okay, Piori, can you roll me a perception check?
Eight plus 3. No, 8 plus 3 plus 2.
Okay.
11, 13.
Yeah, I think, because Gup, you rolled a 12?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. So yeah, you do, Piori, as you like, your hand grows and you grab onto it, you do have it on your hand for just a moment, but Piori kind of like sees you do this and grabs it and pulls it away and does manage to secure it, just by barely noticing in time. And with that, I will say the last boggle has been secured, and Crisp Apple comes over and is like you don't see him, but you just hear the applause, and it goes, "Bravo, bravo to our wonderful contestants! Everyone give a round of applause." And you hear the crowd roar, and again, almost as you blink, suddenly you're back on the stage again, as the crowd kind of roars and is excited. And then I will also say, as you're kind of back in the audience, you see Crisp Apple's at his like kind of little area of the stage, and he's like, "How are we feeling after these 2 games? How are we feeling, contestants, as we head into our final round?" Just dry.
I
Dry.
That's the impression I'm getting.
I'm drunk.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm a bit stickier than I had planned to be, but always eager to participate. My character's just going full into the like, screw it, we're here now, and this being has powers I can't compete with. Let's do this.
The crowd seems very happy to hear that, and you hear the applause again.
You fucking bootlicker.
And as the crowd is applauding, Crisp Apple is gonna go, and this is now when we head into our final round of our wonderful game. Contestants, you have been such wonderful participants today, and we really do appreciate the time you've put into the game.
No, stop
sorry.
writing, Kinsey. Stop it.
For reference, there's clearly another surge happening.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
I just also want to interrupt and just say, are you going to take the stagehands back, or do we just have them now? Is he
Can
mine?
I let Bibbit eat it?
Ew.
Can Sneak let Bibbit eat it?
Thank you.
I'm gonna say sure.
Sweet.
Just
Bibbit,
for fun.
swallow.
And you can keep them. They can be yours now.
Mm.
You just have a little guy.
Can I ask Bibbit if it tasted good?
I mean, you can. Bibbit, do it taste good?
Okay, speak with me.
Baby.
Really? Okay. Go
Now-
for it.
Bibbit here's now. Bibbit, I saw you eat this thing.
Are you gonna try
I'm
to
curious.
liberate my frog?
I'm curious, my friend. How did this taste? I would
Frog
much like
liberates?
to enjoy this as well.
Okay. For a second, I thought you were gonna be like, Bibbit, I'm speaking to you now because your master made you eat a terrible thing, and I would like you to join us as fellow amphibians.
Frog liberation.
Frog
What-
liberation!
Big hello, comrade. Have you heard of the revolution moment?
As you know,
Have it told you? Lord and Savior Barrel.
as you know, we are looking for new people to join. I've lost this bit. This bit has fallen apart for me immediately. But so you see, this conversation happens, and Chris Apple says, as we head into our final round of the game, again, I just want to thank. Can we get a round of applause for our players and the audience? Again, it's just like, yeah.
So what is it? To the death now?
Well, what I will say,
I fucking knew it. You fucking
Is-
fairies. Y'all
So
are
what was
weird as
this-
shit.
What was the point of the points then? If we're all just gonna kill each other?
They
Well,
didn't
you're
say the
not-
points meant anything.
That's true. They
True.
implied, in fact, that they might not.
Mhm.
yeah.
So
we're
is this
going-
like 1v1s? Do we have to break people's necks while they sleep? How are we doing this? Prison rules?
What?
Well, here's the
Who
thing.
are
You're best to
Right.
impress.
I'm an upstanding man.
Here's the thing. You asked at the beginning what the prize was for best to impress. And the prize is really simple, actually. To win this game, all you need to do is survive. And the real winners are the people who get to join my audience. And this is when the lights on the stage dim just enough that that's supposed to be a reveal that you see the skeletons. And
We're
the
just-
audience is full of skeletons. There is not a single alive person in that crowd. It is entirely an audience full of skeletons.
It is.
Oh, they're
And-
dry bones. Oh no!
And at that moment, you hear the applause again and the crowd cheering, and you realize that has not been the crowd this whole time. That has very much been some sort of magical effect that has been causing you to think that this has been the crowd doing that. And Crisp Apple kind of swishes his cape and says, "Beat me, and you get to leave." But I think the real prize is becoming one with our crowd. Am I right? And he starts the crowd starts clapping.
So we just have to kill you.
Oh, that's so much better than I thought.
Yeah, there's 5 of us.
Yeah, but
well,
there's
We're
one of me.
we're gonna put you in the barrel and beat the shit out of you.
And with that, I'm gonna
And with
need you
that,
to
Gup's
roll
getting in the
initiative.
barrel, I'm pretty sure. He's been taking off his clothes.
Yeah, I
Being
can't help
weird.
but notice that Gup is very protectively reached out to this barrel.
To the hose.
Oh, this is
Oh,
still
it's the
feeling
hose.
I thought for a moment you sprayed the wall.
Not
'cause you
reassuring.
didn't stop pouring, and I was very scared. Yeah, I'm gonna need you all to roll me initiative.
I guess.
All right.
If you
I'm also going to roll.
insist.
that's a natural one for Felonious.
Oh,
Felonious
shit.
talked a lot of shit for someone who's going last.
And I got a natural 20. Suck my nuts.
It's been an on. I told you, well, I was gonna get shot in the back. I was gonna die here.
I got a 16.
You're all going to die down
unnatural.
here.
Unnatural.
What is my initiative?
Holy.
What do you do for initiative for is it Dex is the modifier you add?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
And bonuses
Oh,
if you have
so you
them.
roll and
If
then
you
you
have
add
bonuses.
something?
You would
The
add your
initiative.
initiative modifier. I don't have that because I'm a monster.
Yours is a +3.
Plus 3. Oh,
Yeah.
so 19.
Okay.
So
Damn.
I took
She
a lot
fast
of
as fuck, boy.
I took a lot of spells to like do performing things. I didn't take any spells for like fighting people.
Oh,
That
okay.
sounds like an issue, not an ishme. I'm gonna. So sorry, Sneaks. What was your initiative?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
9.
And Toad and Toadette, what are yours? You're muted again. Sorry.
I got a dirtle. I got a dirtle.
What's
Me
a
and my
turtle?
dirtle. Me and my dirtle.
We don't speak
Dirty
frog.
20.
Okay. Dirty 20.
I got a 10.
And a 10. Okay. Okay. So we are going to start the initiative with Crisp Apple. Because even with my natural 20, it's not super great, but I am still ahead of a 20. And what am I gonna do? I didn't plan that out that far.
You're gonna monologue some more.
You know what?
Use action monologue.
You're gonna see Crisp Apple start to kind of mutter something.
Wait, what's going in the bucket?
Sorry.
Is that seasoning?
Are we making gup soup?
Better than frog soup.
Bubbles that are supposed to be frog eggs.
What is? No, okay, we're just moving on.
Look like noodles. What's going on? What is happening?
Anyway, I'm gonna you hear him start to mutter, and I'm going to be casting the spell Sleep, which I believe doesn't affect one of the people in our party, because it's
the elf, right?
The
Because
elf.
they can't be slept. Cannot slip. No sneak.
Sorry,
Be so very tired, but not snip.
Do we make saves?
Give me 1 second. I don't think you make a save, but it's based on a roll I make. 6.
Too drunk for sleep.
Too drunk for sleep.
We've all
I
been
hate
there.
that.
Okay.
Well, because there's a point, right, where you know you're gonna have the mother of all hangovers, and it might just kill you, so you just can't yet.
Oh, this is a bad roll. Sorry, we got to do math here, which, as Eisen
hate
can attest to, is the bane of my existence.
It's because math is no fun.
Is 24? No. Yes. 8 times 2 is 24. Plus 10. 34. Okay. Can I need to know who has the lowest amount of hit points right now.
38.
Probably my ass, because of the fucking bullshit that happened at the beginning. 36.
36, 38. It doesn't affect. Is he 39? 49?
49, yeah.
Toda, how much do you have?
I have a 33 with 11 temp, so 44.
Oh shit!
If I had rolled better on this, I actually would have had at least one of you. But because I rolled a 34, this affects nobody. And he kind of like
Yes!
does it, and like sees that nobody's affected by it and goes, shit. Like this normally works.
Bro, like what the like what are you doing?
So,
like with the hands in the
and
like what is
that,
this?
That's going to end his turn, but at the can somebody? I'm gonna ask a very dumb question. Do legendary actions take place at the start or an end of somebody's turn?
End of a player turn.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that is going to be my turn. Don't question why I'm asking that. And with that, we pass it to Toad. Toad, you're up next. What do you want to do? You have this very menacing magician-like man in front of you who seems a little surprised that what he did not work.
I am gonna roll to see if I am too dehydrated before or after I run up and slap him in the face. I have no weapons, but I have a really, really mean palm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do one of the two first. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna slap him
Go
as
for it.
hard as I can.
You're looking to beat a
Use my bonus
17.
action though, to activate Halo of Spores. So I'm gonna just like start exuding poison stuff around me, like Pigpen from Charlie Brown, maybe. And I will standing jump 30 feet and just slap him across the face.
Okay. And what did you roll to hit, sorry?
Let's see. Plus. 12, 17, 19, 13, 14, 15, 16 total.
That is just going to barely miss. You kind of like, as you're like inches away, I feel like you're missing almost every time you're trying to hit something tonight. Okay. I'm so sorry. As you like, wait, did you add your +2?
Yeah, I did.
Ah, dang it. As you like just barely are about to touch his face, you kind of like almost go through his cheek, like almost like this illusion that you have missed has just barely made it so you miss. Like you should have made contact, but it just barely misses because this person looks a little different than what you would actually expect, or what you can visually perceive right now. Is there anything else you can do on this turn? You do miss, yes.
Since I missed, I will just continue jumping, and then I will fall in my bucket.
Okay. You can,
Oh my god.
You can do that. Oh my god.
Oh! Why was it yellow?
I'm done with my turn.
Did anyone else notice that it was yellow?
I am so scared for your computer right now.
I was gonna say, is y'all's stuff okay?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Why are there bits of things stuck to your shirt?
Both of you seem very calm.
Very cold.
Why are you
I'm very cold.
Why was it yellow, Gup?
There's a lot of. It's a bunch of cornstarch. I made oobleck. So it's just slimy nasty shit everywhere. And I didn't plan on falling out of it.
Sorry.
I'm falling out of it. No, not the plan.
Okay, Hannah does look very panicked.
Oh, like probably 40 gallons of that fell into the.
I should not be laughing, but oh my god.
Oh
if you need to go take care of that, feel free. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go like clean my butt. And
Hey, good news, everybody.
My
We've had $110 in donations, so we've got some surges coming. In case you missed it, you all do get plus 12 HP, though.
Oh my god!
I think I'm gonna re-roll the ones that affected Gup and Hannah, though. Does that seem fair?
That seems fair. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been more stressed seeing anything in my life.
I'm incredibly stressed. As somebody who's had so many computer problems, I got immediately concerned at the sight of water near a computer. Oh my god.
40 gallons.
I guess I'm an asshole, but I just can't stop laughing.
I know, I feel so bad. Like, Hannah genuinely looks distressed.
Oh my god. And you know what's so sad? Well, maybe not sad, but I do feel like just outside that door is a space in which we could have also received maybe the same.
Yeah, you're like 5 feet to the back.
But he never does that. He always does it in his house.
So break time,
it's like that's not easy. Shit stays.
Good little body break. I don't know, drink break.
Maybe we take 5.
High five. I'm just a hot.
I wish I had a technical difficulty screen right now. Just
This seems like a good good time to take a break and talk about the kids.
Kids.
Can we roll the tape? Roll the video.
The kids would have loved that.
Cue the video.
The kids would have thought that was the best thing they'd ever seen.
Also, you guys can't see it because his camera's not on screen, but Nolan looks incredibly stressed right now as well. Like, hand on temples. Just
Nobody knows what this floor in this room is like, and it's from wall to wall.
Yeah.
Wall to
Pretty
wall.
sure that you are newly on the dating scene, so just kidding.
I'm shocked that hasn't happened sooner, but
You know, 5th time's the charm, I guess.
Oh my god. Fifth.
I laid
Okay.
down the
I also
Wow.
love that it's already been clipped.
What a strong relationship.
Oh, it's been clipped like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
I clipped it. I don't
No, I
know
was
to
gonna
tell
say, we
you.
have a why is it yellow?
Yeah. Exactly. One thing I'm gonna do is clip. I don't mind. That's my bar
currently-
talent.
I'm currently watching the clip
Entertainment.
over.
I'm also
Oh,
watching
man.
it live. You can see the moment when I realize what's about to happen.
Oh no.
jump.
It was too quick for me. Like a
I was gonna
little
say I was looking down, but my stream is a little bit late, so luckily I
Yeah.
turned my head and went.
Just so y'all, like, chat has obviously been speculating for a while, but like 5 of us have been hanging out in the Discord working on games for tomorrow, and we've all just been watching for like the last 30 minutes. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
And
I'm
now
gonna
we
be
know.
I'm gonna be
And
so.
to be fair-
I've been so focused on trying to keep the game like functional that
Honestly-
I have been just kind of being like, great, whatever's going on there, we'll deal with later.
Yeah,
absolutely.
fantastic job.
That's been
I just want to say.
admirable. Go ahead.
Well, no, sorry, I cut you off. Because I was just gonna say, like, we were all talking in the chat before this, and Kinsey a couple of times went, "I'm scared of what Gup will do."
Yeah,
Because I
we did,
would.
we did
I was
have
not-
in our
I-
game chat. What is
Now
he
you
up
know.
to?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was like, oh, he's gonna come up with some like weird character and get up to all these antics.
I mean, he does that too.
And now we've broken out of the game.
I'm gonna send into your guys' meme channel.
I don't get to play very often.
Why? Well,
You don't
we're
ask
happy
me
we
to come on
could.
very often.
Into the Playotic memes stream, the meme channel. This is a message from Kinsey. It's part of a bigger message. Because I was asking for some things from the players. And one of the things in this message is my only concern is Gup.
Yep.
And Kinsey, if you want me to take that out, I will delete
No,
it
go
immediately.
for
but
it. I
feel
love
like
it.
it's accurate.
I actually told people in the chat that that's what I said too when this all
Oh,
started.
perfect.
When he started putting water into a bucket. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Wow.
we will. How do we want to proceed?
Well, I do have 5 surges queued up and ready to go.
Let's go.
Well, we've got.
Gup
We've
not
got-
like us.
We've got 2 of us.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I also have to clarify: is that a mop or is that a broom? Because
It is a broom that is about to be a squeegee for a moment.
Okay, I was
okay.
gonna
Mop will be
say,
the
do you have
later
like a
tool.
shop vac or like any sort of thing that can suck up the
do.
water?
I
A
did.
That's a
shop
wet-ass
vac
cup.
might be your best
That's
bet
a wet-ass
to
Gup.
get that much water.
That'll be a later thing.
I'm more concerned about the fact that it was basically oobleck at that point. I mean, it did seem very liquidy, but like,
it'll get
What is
it'll get-
oobleck?
Oobleck
I-
will get
Oobleck is-
powdery.
it's non-Newtonian
and you can just
fluid?
Keep it up.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Oh, it's slime.
yeah,
Yeah. It's,
Oh, okay.
it's like cornstarch and water.
worst
It
case,
gets like it gets
Yeah,
hard
I've
when
been
you hit
thinking
it.
this was like a liquidy, like more liquidy than
I'm
slime.
alone with you.
Agreed.
It looked like egg yolk.
It did.
I thought this was that Gup was doing a massive flex about his level of financial wealth. This was a display of capitalist privilege. Okay, and
Dozens and
salmonella.
dozens of eggs.
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
know
man.
how many eggs it would take to do that?
Just the 40 gallons of egg yolk?
10 dozen.
Stairs too.
Oh,
That is
there.
I'm
capitalism
gonna
at
Google.
its
Hold on.
finest.
I was just saying that.
eggs for
Yeah, tell me if I was
40.
close.
egg
What?
yolk.
We're trying to figure out how many eggs it would have taken if it was eggs.
Ew.
A gallon of liquid egg would take about, to get 40 gallons, it would take 1,600 large chicken
Oh my
Oh, it's
god!
not even close.
Yeah.
In this
It's
economy,
all
the only
right
person
now.
that can afford that is like
1%er.
yeah, pretty much. I was
Wait.
trying to think of I immediately went to two assholes who are that rich. Jesus Christ.
You know, actually, with you do this is a perfect
Oh, I can see
opportunity.
the liquid. I can see the liquid splashing.
So
That is terrifying.
This is a perfect opportunity to cleanse your home right now, Gup. I need you to think about all of the
So-
negative things that you do
So please tell
in
me
your
you're
home.
a homeowner and you
and
have
remove
insurance and
them.
are not like renting.
Preemptively put saran wrap on my roll top desk.
Okay, I wasn't
Okay.
crazy. I thought maybe it was a dust cover, but
Put a
Also-
tarp down too, but a fucking good that did me. The whole thing fell over.
Also,
Bezos'
for the
egg.
record, I've done some brief math, and it's actually very reasonable. It'd only be $786 of eggs based on the egg prices in February. The price for a
Wow.
dozen eggs in February.
That is
about
actually-
$6.
that is.
So
I think the bigger
anyone in
issue would be
this call-
finding them.
It would
Like,
be much
Yes.
harder here in California. They're not $6.
I was gonna say, can you convert that to Canadian dollars for me?
Add 25%, so $6, like 8.
I was
Is
gonna
the
say
U.S.
it's probably
dollar
like
still
$1,000.
more valued than the Canadian dollar at this
Oh,
point?
yeah.
I thought.
it is.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, our relationship, I suffer financially.
Yeah, I love going to Canada. Everything's so cheap.
Yeah,
I thought for sure our
I
dollar would be
double
tanked
for
by now.
everything. Oh, I
You're underestimating
Oh,
the
oh.
power of one malicious
there was a tarp.
incompetence.
There was
and
a tarp. Eureka!
Whoa.
There was
Hey!
a tarp. Yay!
Like,
Victory
vomit.
tarp!
There was a
Why
tarp.
didn't we start with there was a tarp?
I was gonna say, Aaron behind me in the other room was just like, "Oh, there was a tarp."
For the record, Foss, my mod, has said Kilo with a solid grand. For now, wait for it. I'm waiting. He literally just mentioned it. I missed mention of the tarp entirely.
I did too. I did
Same.
too.
Oh, a
We're all-
Ah,
tarp.
so those playoff surges, thanks to Boom
No!
Clover's donation.
Kevin!
Boom Clover.
I'm gonna scream at you like the mom from Home Alone. Thank
That's
you.
That's a hell of a cut. Yeah.
You can walk on walls as if under the spider climb spell. Eisen, sorry.
That's me.
Asia, the next time you laugh, your character takes 1d12 psychic damage.
No, I remember that one.
This has been modified after
gentler.
your it's
yeah.
gentler. Yeah,
It's
yours
gentler.
was every time. This
It was
is just
awful.
one time. And I'm so
You mean-
sorry.
In real life?
Yeah, if you laugh, your character takes a d12 damage.
It's all right. It's only once. It
It's
could be
just
the whole
once.
session.
It
Can
could be.
confirm.
It can confirm. It could be the whole session like last
It was
time.
It's just
awful.
one occurrence, not per
Yeah.
occurrence.
Yeah, just
No,
singular.
just once.
Let's
Okay.
go. Lesbians.
Kinsey, the next attack that you make, regardless of whether it hits or misses, is replaced by a heightened fireball, which is 8d6. Just keep that in mind.
Well, that changes the weird bullshit I was gonna do.
Oh.
Also, Kinsey, it is time for redemption. I need you to roll a d20.
The
9.
squint.
9.
Are you shrinking me another 9 inches? Are you shrinking me another 9 inches, Nolan?
Oh.
That makes you
It's not my fault. Even numbers you grow, odd numbers you shrink.
I'll kill you. I will
Doesn't that
end
make you
your
a foot?
existence. That makes me exactly a foot tall.
Isn't it funny how the person who is saying it's not my fault is the one enforcing the rule?
this is exactly
Isn't that interesting?
Well, okay, fair. I'll own that one. Finally, Eisen.
So
Telegram.
let's see,
Wait,
But
when
now
did
it's just
my
a
thing
well
start?
Dragonbell hop and run.
dive for cover immediately.
He hands you a telegram.
Wait,
Tips his
can
hat
I-
and leaves.
I'm
Go
gonna I'm gonna full sprint towards Apple Crisp or whatever the fuck his name
Ooh,
is.
yeah, do it.
And attempt to bodily tackle them and put them in front of, I assume, the dragon.
Well, as you read the telegram holding Applejack or whatever in front of you, it says, we just learned you've been selected to receive a really big award. It should be arriving now. Signed, the Luck and Improbability Guild. And as you read the message, you find yourself enveloped in a rapidly growing shadow. Looking up, you see a massive round base, 30 feet in diameter, descending towards you at high speed. I need you to make a D20 dexterity save.
Now
Do I
need
have
to
to
ask
also make this save?
you.
I guess I'm the DM. Do I make this call? Don't I?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Can I try to? Can I?
You.
I
I'll
will
make
take. I will. Can I choose to fail and force Apple Crisp to fail as well?
Yes.
I've got my eye on the fucking prize.
But I would like. Can I make? Ow.
Don't
that
hurt yourself.
hurt.
Not in real life.
Can I? I would then make a check to try and not be grappled. Correct?
Yeah, I think so. It'd be a strength check to avoid being
Okay.
grappled.
Are you okay
it-
if I make a strength check?
You're the DM. It's your
It's
call.
your game,
And
just
I
my
also just wanna-
shenanigans.
May
Yeah.
I do one last thing? May I take a bonus action?
Go for it.
I'm going to use Is it malicious words? I've got to look up this
Vicious
ability.
mockery?
No,
Ooh.
no, I'm
You're
not
a
gonna.
College of Whispers bard.
No, I'm a College of Eloquence. Unsettling words. So I get to expend one of my bardic inspirations, and I get to roll a d8, and you have to subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw you make.
Okay.
Very nice.
That's a
I'm
5.
gonna roll my d20.
What am I rolling contested? How are we determining if you succeed?
I do think it's contested. I think it's
Yeah.
your strength versus my dex.
Okay.
I know they changed it in the new revision. I don't really remember what it is. It used to be like athletics versus acrobatics or athletics.
yeah.
The grappler or the grapplee got to choose, I think.
I looked it up, but it left my brain immediately when it no longer served me.
Fantastic.
Let me look it
That
up really
is
quick. We'll check.
that makes so much sense. I get +2 to this, right? Or
Yeah,
+3?
any roll.
You get
But
+2.
Elo
+2,
gets
okay.
+6.
Yep.
I look that I've equalized it with the
With the subtraction.
I like to think that the unsettling words I say is I'm just gonna try to hold them tight and say it's you and me, just like me and O'Brien back in the day.
Stuff's camera looks like a stock
Oh,
photo.
the
It's
grappler
kinda
rolls
nice.
strength at. I'm using Reddit for this, for the record, because Reddit's explaining it to me like I'm 5.
I saw that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. The grappler rolls strength, athletics, while the person getting grappled rolls either strength if they want to break free or dexterity if they want to slither out. I will be rolling. I'm gonna roll dexterity.
Okay. Do I get to choose what I roll? Or is it strength?
I think you have to do strength.
I
It's
think
the
you have
to.
grapplee that gets to choose.
Can I do athletics?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's athletics.
Okay, so I get +4. That's a 19.
+6?
I'm doing math.
I get +6?
You get +2.
Yeah. I get so I +4 total. So
Did you
Oh,
add that
my
already?
D.
yeah, that's my 19.
19?
19.
Sorry, I'm really bad at math.
Me too.
You're adding your modifier and then +1
Why would I add +1?
because you add 6 and then -5, so 1.
Right, I have the -5. Oh, so sorry, I was trying to figure out if I had an 18 or a 19. But the -5, you beat me. I forgot
All
about
right.
the -5.
So quick recap.
Whoa!
Mike received a telegram. again. The last telegram was a flying mechanical dragon with guns that shot at him. So he ran over to Apple Crisp or whoever, I don't remember the name again, and held them in front of you.
Oh, I think it's
And-
Applejack now officially.
Applejack officially?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And they tried to grapple or slither out of the grapple and they failed. So Mike is holding Applejack in front of him as a body shield. However, you look up and you see the award falling down on you, a 30-foot base growing in size as it reaches the ground. You said you're willingly failing to make Applejack fail too, right?
Yes, in an attempt to force Applejack to fail, I have chosen that. You really need to keep shaking the dice. We're just getting some nice ASMR.
Oh,
That's what we're
sorry, I
doing.
really like rolling 10d6. It feels great in my
Clicky-clacky.
hands.
You could just play Warhammer, and then instead of torturing me.
Or
Dice.
Yeah, but Warhammer's miserable.
Let's see.
I,
10.
as a proud Imperial Guard
22.
player who gets to roll hundreds of dice at once, yes,
I only play
24.
Spaceworks.
that's
34.
based. Not gonna lie.
And only
Alright.
online. Minis are too expensive.
A 30-foot tall hand with the middle finger extended with a caption reading, "Up yours!" from Henry Folsom lands on you and deals 41 damage.
I am still up, motherfucker.
31.
Guess who's at 9?
Henry Folsom, you no good trophy dropping son of a bitch!
Okay. Damn. So here's the thing. I don't remember whose turn it is.
It was Gup's turn, I think. He did a
That's
thing.
me.
I summoned Henry Folsom. That's how you summon Henry Folsom.
Gup ended his turn. It was after Gup. Gup went, I end my turn as he dealt with the consequences.
Is it my turn?
No,
No.
we've not done another turn.
Someone's still here.
Help.
We're trying to remember.
Help.
The state of battle has changed radically. I've been crushed by a giant middle finger, and I took that bastard with me.
Kinsey is 1 foot tall.
And I'm 1 foot tall.
Whose turn is it?
I believe it is Peory's turn. What would you like to do?
What am I supposed to be doing? Trying to hurt you?
Yeah, you're trying to kill me.
Oh
Kill
my
Apple Crisp.
gosh.
Kill Applejack.
Is he still alive? How's he looking?
It's-
He's
okay, the
looking
thing,
okay.
the thing failed,
Oh,
and then
damn
what?
Yeah. Oh, and then so I'm currently like crawling my way out of from underneath a statue. So how would you like to hurt me?
If in doubt, get to stabbing.
I have a rapier, right? The thing.
Yeah, stab me.
So, can I do like a bardic inspiration roll?
Yeah, if you want to give somebody else bardic inspiration, you can also do that. Or you can give it to yourself. Kinsey, you're muted.
I was just making a joke. It's cool. It wasn't even
Oh.
that funny. Keep going.
So then, whose rounds are left? Whose turns are left in this round?
Mike still has a turn. Toadette still has a turn if Toadette is
Okay,
around.
okay.
And then I think Sneak still has a turn. I think it's everybody's gone but Toad. Like nobody's gone but Toad.
Okay, got it. So I will do. Well, I wanna use the weapon I have, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and stab.
Stab for it.
And
So you're
stab
gonna
for it.
make a weapon attack. You're gonna roll a d20.
Okay.
And you're gonna add +5.
Okay, so I got a 6, and so then I add a 5. That's 11 plus the 2 is 13.
Yeah. So unfortunately, and you get to roll me a second one because you do You get advantage because I'm prone.
And then a 12. So 12 and 13, 25.
No, you don't. You don't add them together. I just need you roll the 12 on the die.
I rolled a 12 the second time. A
So
6
that'll
the
be-
first time.
Plus 5. So you will hit. You will hit. So I need you to roll me a d8,
Excuse me.
and then
Which one of these is the 8?
The diamond.
Diamond.
Not the
Yeah, the
not the
diamond.
pyramid, the diamond E1, the many diamonds.
This one.
That's much more helpful than what I said.
It's like 2 inverted
This one?
pyramids.
yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
What is that?
7.
Okay, so it's 7 plus your 2 plus another 2, 11.
11.
Okay, yeah. So you almost start to miss, but then almost like as you're like perceiving it, you see Apple Crisp as he's like trying to fix something. You notice that his like the way he moves his hand kind of like doesn't quite match up, and you manage to pivot and stab just in the right spot and hit, and you do 11 damage, which drops me to this. Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Would you like to give Bardic Inspiration to somebody?
Yes, to Toadette. I think it's very important to give Toadette some Bardic Inspiration.
No, I'm pretty sure Nurse Wiggles isn't coming back. She's filing for
right here.
divorce.
She's here.
Oh,
That don't mean she's
then
not filing
Felonious,
for divorce.
Our upstanding man, do you want some Bardic Inspiration?
No, I was kidding. You should give it to Toadette.
Hi, Hannah. It is also it is now your turn, so you have Bardic Inspiration as well. What would you like to do? Apple Crisp is kind of prone on the ground as after being crushed by Felonious's suicide play.
What we know is that if we don't kill him, we're all gonna die, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just gonna toll the dead on him.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
told the dad. I love that fucking cantrip.
What do I need to make? It's a save,
I
right?
need a wisdom save of 14.
Okay, I can do that. I am gonna say that I rolled a 17 on the die, plus 12, so I'm gonna succeed. But you still do half damage, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, no, it's a cantrip.
No, it's a save or suck.
Cantrip.
For Toll the Dead, I thought it was half.
Mm-mm. Because it's a
Oh, that's
cantrip.
shit. Sorry.
Yeah. It's good when it goes.
It is really good when it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, it kicks ass.
Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Can I have my familiar hit him?
What do you want to do with your familiar, sorry?
Then hit him.
Yeah, go for it. I'll let you do that.
Not gonna hit. That's a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you have Bardic Inspiration.
What is
I don't
that
think
do?
I don't know what die Bardic Inspiration is at that level.
D8.
Is it D8? You need to roll an 8, I think, to hit.
You can do it. I believe.
If you want to save it, that's also okay.
That's true. You can save it for next time.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
That's it.
Sorry.
How are you? Are you okay? Like you're you,
Yeah, how are you
Hannah?
doing?
She's tiptoeing out of the water.
I'm so sorry.
She's so good.
Okay.
Oh, I don't believe you.
With that, we're gonna go to Sneak's turn. Sneak, what would you like to do?
Okay. So, no, I guess I am gonna change up what I was originally doing. Sneaks doesn't know that the next attack is gonna be a fireball.
And it's also
So-
like an instant hit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So Sneaks loads up that crossbow and is like, "Sack bolt, bitch!" and fires. And then I think he said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
It's
d6s. Yep. So here we go. The thing
Wait, does
is
it do
that
max
like,
damage? Wasn't
does
that your
it
other
do
thing?
max? I
Yeah,
didn't
your next
remember.
attack does max damage, remember?
Oh, that's right. Fuck.
Let's see if I can have this with my
So-
deck save.
So yeah, we need to make deck saves. You also
wow. I'm so
Fiore,
sorry.
I need you to make
That's
I
a
need you to
crisp 8.
Ooh, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Please know that I never would have done this on purpose.
Oh no! Look, as this happens, I like to think that Felonius sees the like little bit of like fireball bead on the end of the crossbow, and he's going to pull out a cigarette out of his vest that's now covered in olive oil because the little guy's with him. He's gonna put it in his mouth, and he's gonna give the little guy a cigarette and pat him on the head and says, "This is it for us, buddy."
And I will also say, what's the save DC? I think we would just go based on your ranger spell.
Okay, hold on. Here I go. What is the save DC? I gotta scroll all the way down. 14.
So meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
'Cause I rolled a 14.
Okay.
So you
But-
take half.
So take
So
half.
I take half. So what's half? 8
Hold
times
on.
6 is...
No, it was 8. 8 times 8.
It just
It
is
was 8
times
d6.
eight.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm an
8
idiot.
times 6 is 48.
I don't do math.
8 times 6 is 48.
48.
Look at
half is
you.
24.
Someone's got their multiplication tables.
Sorry, I'm very quickly doing math.
That's another one of those things that, like, the minute that I didn't need it for tests, my brain went goodbye.
Oh, I
You
do math for
see-
a living.
So, what I'll say is Felonius goes down. Felonius is unconscious.
I'm
Right,
so
my
My
sorry.
cigarette lit.
Your cigarette
Ooh.
is lit. And the little
Hell
guy
yeah,
is
come
also
on.
unconscious, but he also has a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell, man.
And, however, what's his fucking name?
Applejack. Crisp
Uh,
apple, my
Crisp
favorite
Ap-
Olipop flavor.
Crisp Apple is barely standing. Does not look well.
If we get back to my turn, though, I'm gonna do another wild thing. Let's go.
And
And
what I
that's how
will
I died.
say, it is your turn, Mike. So if you would like to make me a death save,
I wouldn't have done this on purpose.
That's a 7. I know that this is the DM turning us against
This
each
is
other.
this is Nolan. This is all
Nolan.
Nolan's fault. Everyone get Nolan.
wait, did you guys add?
Hey,
Just,
comrades, you heard anything about a revolution?
but I will say right now, chat. This would be a wonderful time to donate $15
Yeah.
and get another wild med, get
Let's not-
another
No,
health.
let's
We
not,
could get
let's not do the mega church Jesus is rising out of the grave, but only if you donate. No.
I'm just saying it would be for the kids, and it would be beneficial for you in this
Like
exact moment.
if you want Jesus to give you that money, you gotta have some skin in the game.
Have you donated yet? Donate!
He's doing it. I would do it myself, but I am fun employed. So
I know that's right.
Oh.
I know that's right.
That's valid.
I
and what
don't know.
I will say though, because it is now my turn. But
No.
I see you on the ground, and you're pretty good for dead. Wait, Sneaks, is that the rest of you? I didn't even ask. Is that
You're
the rest
pretty
of your turn? We gotta do. I
good
didn't give you a
for
bonus
dead.
I
action.
think that Sneaks is so shocked by the fireball suddenly erupting where the crossbow hit that they would probably just be like,
Oh, what have I done?
That's fair, but
So
you do
we're
get a
good.
second. The reason I ask is because you would get a second attack.
"You're
'Cause you have
right,
extra attack.
because I'm level 5.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm
Okay.
really trying to set you guys up for success here, and also
Here-
I'm aware
okay,
we have 5 minutes
So
left.
there is another thing I was going to do. I don't know if this. Well, presumably, if you get a second attack, it's like having a second action, right? I
It's
was
one
going to
action.
use.
Technically one action.
I was
but
going to
it's the
use my
attack.
limited wish. Can I do that instead?
You know what? For the kids, I'll let you do it.
Okay, so
This
for
game
my
is 10
limited
up
wish,
already. Well, I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore.
for my
Go it.
limited wish, I've decided to. Sneaks is gonna go.
This is really bad. I wish with all my heart for you to send me a dragon to tear this fuck apart.
Mechanically, I am gonna be casting a summon monster 5, and I would like to summon a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
So I will also say, apparently they just got sent into ads. And they said, well, I guess we'll never know.
Okay, well, I'll wait and I'll do it again.
Is that true, though? I can't see the ad, but the chat is saying ads, and that's really funny to me. This game is such a shit show, and I love it.
It's great.
Oh,
Okay,
this is
perfectly
normal.
timed cliffhanger. No, this is not. No, I'm gonna be so real. Normally, giant buckets of slime are not dumped on the ground in D&D games.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Unless you play with Gup!
Pitiful
Unless you
game.
play with Gup!
Yeah.
Now, we say that, but game 11 on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific is Goblin with a fat ass.
So
Yeah,
that,
it is.
yeah.
Goblin
That's
with
gonna
a
be-
fat ass. What?
That's
Goblin
what
with
the
the
game is
fat-
called!
That's what the game is called. That's what it's about, baby.
State of Game 4. And it's, oh my god, it's from the Beavers movie.
Yeah, Hundreds of Beavers, classic of modern cinema.
Mm. Oh. Oh my gosh. Let me know, chat, when you're back from the ads, if you don't mind.
For sure. I can't. Gup is still sweeping the slime outside.
You seem so tired.
Whose turn is
It
it?
doesn't end.
Oh, it's yours, right?
I got starting to powder too, so like my floor's looking funny.
Oh no.
Gup is
it's
sweeping,
currently-
and it's like, all around me are familiar places.
I failed
One-
to let Kinsey finish her turn, so we're finishing her turn, and then you've already made your death save, because then it goes to me. And in theory,
You could break my neck.
I could break your neck, but I also just noticed that the donation number has changed.
No.
I also just want to say, real quick, nobody here has played Disco Elysium, right?
Sadly, no,
Nobody?
but I have a friend that adores that game.
Okay, this shit was the most Disco Elysium thing, and he's got the mutton chop. He looks like the protagonist of Disco Elysium, so I assumed he was getting ready for a cosplay. And this shit happening is something that would happen in that game.
I heard
where
the
your
game is
characters-
wild.
That game is wild. Like your character kicks a door, has a heart attack, he dies, restart game. Like,
So I'm gonna let Kinsey. I'm gonna let you make your attack roll.
the way I get stressed when
really
Nolan
quick.
enters the call.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hello,
Well, I
it's
know-
me again, your favorite
I was gonna say, I
antagonist
know
with
why
2
you're
more
here.
surges.
Are we at the end of our time?
No.
we're about
Would
to be
you
done.
would you like
Okay.
to resolve your turn before we do the surges?
Let's do the attack, and then we'll do the surges.
Okay, so are we ready for my wish now? Is everyone back?
Yes,
Yes.
the ads are over.
Okay. I wish with all my heart for you to send a dragon to tear this fuck apart.
Oh, nice.
Mechanically, that's summon monster 5, and I would like to summon a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. So yeah. So what exactly does the T-Rex go on your turn?
I don't know. This isn't in my actual spells. I've been doing Google.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
wait, what's the
Wait,
spell
wait.
called? Summon monster?
It functions like Summon Monster 1, except I've been able to summon a T-Rex instead. So,
Okay.
hold on. What?
Fight the shit out of this guy.
Ask for what?
That's a different edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
I summon a T-Rex. Don't listen to him.
Okay, you can have a T-Rex. I will say, let me pull up a T-Rex stat. Bullock.
What is this? 3.5. God damn it!
Yeah.
Shut up!
Founder.
Shut up! I play what I want
Okay.
at any point in time.
I'm going to let you. make a bite. I'm gonna ask you to roll me a d20. I'm gonna let you make a bite attack with your dinosaur. You have plus 10 on the die.
Okay.
And you're looking to beat a 17.
I got a 23, so.
Fuck yeah. So I'm gonna say, based on the damage die that are here and the amount of hit points I have left, because I have 16 hit points.
Sick.
You do 4d12 plus 7. So I'm going to run on the assumption that if I were to roll those dice this exact moment, you're gonna be okay.
Sweet.
So how would you like to eat me?
I mean, like Jurassic Park style, man. Like,
And I'd be like, that's not a fucking dragon, but that works.
Yeah. As you bite down, you see the legs of Crisp Apple change as he goes unconscious, and very much these turn into like very old, wrinkled feet. Now the fancy outfit turns into like a ragged shawl. Eisen was absolutely correct. This is a hag.
It was some fairy shit.
Felonious from the depths of unconsciousness smiles.
And with that, I will let the 2 action surges go off, but then we're done.
Oh, that was.
I just want to see what happens.
My bad.
Perfect. You all do gain plus 13 HP because we've crossed the $1,300 threshold.
Oh, this means when I gasp for air, my first inhalation is my cigarette. Damn it.
Kinsey, you believe that you are a dragon and use your breath weapon at every opportunity you can.
I do it right now, celebratorily.
Little 1 foot tall dragon, breath weaponing all over everybody. Eisen, Felonious, are you just like in a daze, unconscious on the ground?
No, I'm back because you gave me temp H. You gave me HP back.
So you're just laying on the ground, exhausted at this point,
smoking my cigarette. Little guy's got his cigarette too, so I'm covered in olive oil.
A well-dressed bellhop appears. Telegram! And
I'm gonna put my cigarette
into
his eye. I'm gonna put my cigarette into his eye. And
his eye begins boiling and he disappears. And you read the telegram, which simply says, look behind you.
Look behind me. I was going to say, what if I refused to read the telegram? How do I'm laying on the floor. I think I'm going to take the cigarette, still covered in this guy's eye juice. I'm just going to take a long drag, and I'm just going to let whatever happen, baby.
Does that mean you don't look behind you? You're just letting it happen?
I don't look behind me. I'm not engaging with this.
Perfect. You all see out from the ground beneath Felonious rises a Terminator with a laser pistol aimed at him and fires, dealing... How much HP did you get? You're back unconscious.
I just want to say, when this game started, and we all got kidnapped, I went in my head, he's captured us, and now we have to play his game, or he's going to shoot us in the back of the head. And I got shot in the back of the head.
You've been shot so many times.
Maybe you should manifest differently.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever happens, happens.
This sounds like a you problem.
You're more powerful than you thought.
The best was I didn't plan for guns at all.
Yeah.
And is that all of the action surges?
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And with that, you all have escaped. That combat went way differently than I planned.
And I can only imagine. Yeah.
But you all stand there. I'm assuming somebody revives Felonious at some point.
I still gotta cure wounds, but I got you.
And you all,
I'm gonna
now
look
are
at you.
able-
I'm gonna say, "Thanks, kid," and I'm gonna give you a wink and give you Bardic, and then I'm gonna, I don't know what next.
I woke you up so I could breath weapon your face.
I'm just gonna halfway through that. I'm just gonna give you a cigarette.
Okay, cool.
As you all stand there, you get to leave this wonderful set. You get to walk off stage. The boggles will now let you go backstage. And you see, like, literally, the backstage is like one little tiny room, and there's a door, and you walk out, and you're just in the woods. Like, you were just in the middle of nowhere. This room was very much just magic to look like this.
At least it's not the Feywild. That's where I thought we were.
Who knows? You're in the woods now, and that sounds like an adventure for somebody
next
else
time.
to DM for you. But this has been absolutely wonderful. You lived. You did.
We lived. I don't know that Gup did, but
It's our first ever campaign.
Yay!
We did it.
Yeah. Nolan, I know we're already over time, but I would like to let everybody plug themselves if I am able to allow them.
Yeah,
to do
we're
so.
not actually technically
Wait.
over. We're scheduled until like
I
11:30
see,
midnight.
but we're the
so,
last
like,
one today, so
Yeah.
Oh wait! Oh, my
Oh,
God!
nice.
It's midnight your time. Oh
It's
my
midnight
God! We're
my
about an
time.
hour early.
Whoa,
Yeah.
it's only 9 here.
It is 9
I
West Coast, West
fully
Coast.
thought we were done. I
Done.
was like
you can be
rushing.
done. We have been streaming for 15 hours. Please
I
be
know,
done.
but-
I would like to go to sleep.
No,
I have
that's
to
so
do this
fair.
again for 2 more days.
That's
4
so
more
fair.
hours. 4 more hours.
But I'm gonna be so
more
real. My
hours.
brain at some point pivoted from 8 o'clock, even though I knew we started at 9. My brain still thought midnight was the end time.
Right.
So I've
and-
been operating off of like, oh my God, we're so far behind. Like we need to hurry up.
yeah.
I feel like a little
Um,
stress
Might have
to,
been
you know,
me.
bring
Might have
out
been
the
me.
energy in everybody.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
So I absolutely. You know what? Now you all can take an hour to plug yourselves. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, gods.
Who would
Doesn't
like
take that long.
to?
You said
Yeah.
plug yourselves, but it sounded like you said fuck yourselves. To me personally,
Either way,
that's what I heard.
Hey,
Yeah.
and hours, lots of time.
Oh my god.
Dealer's choice.
We can multitask.
Wow. Wow. Every
who would
day
like
we
to
get
go?
closer and closer away from God. I think that's great.
which one?
Any of them, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah. This has been
God,
really
plural.
fun for me, and I feel very thankful to know that like I can come to things and meet people and have fun and see people sweeping up cornstarch slime for some hours. I think that is so fun, so great. I once again am Call Me Asia, and I am a variety streamer.
And she's never coming back.
And she will never be
Oh,
a
no.
part of a Playotic stream again.
Hopefully, hopefully some of this sticks in my brain, and then the next time I'll have a character sheet that I looked at with my eyeballs, and
That's fine.
You did great, for
and
the
that's
record.
important.
I used Pathfinder rules there at the end, bro. Like, you do you.
I don't
went
even
to a
know what
Reddit
that
post
means.
for the rules.
You know what I'm like? You could say that 9 times 10 different ways, and I still wouldn't have an understanding of it. And I love that for all of us. I am truly an FPS kind of puzzle gamer, and I like to hang out with friends and be weird. And this is definitely my vibe. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. During the daytime, do a lot of co-work, and then in the evening I do gaming. And it's been nice hanging out with y'all.
Thank you for joining us tremendously. Thank you to everybody for joining us, not just you, I guess, but you know.
Yeah,
you
I thought we
specifically
were
since you
doing
just spoke.
our plugs. So yeah, I thought I didn't want to make it all about me. Oh God.
Here, I can throw in a quick one and make it easy. I have nothing to plug. I'm just here to have a good time, and it's always great to see everybody. Oh, I guess I could plug the game I'm running for this channel
Yeah.
on Sunday, which is going to be super fun. It's, you know, everyone's going to be playing goblins with fat asses, and none of them
Sure.
are kobolds.
No.
Don't let them tell you
absolutely not.
differently.
Who would do that in
Who
a
would do
game
it? In
called
a game about,
goblins with a fat ass? Who would do such a thing?
you know, if we find anyone, they'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Ooh,
It'll be
yeah,
executed
goblin
on
law,
television.
right?
Yes, goblin law,
Mhm.
which is nonsense, but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, but yep.
former content creator, and who knows, if I ever get any of my writing published, I maybe will link it somewhere, and you can all go read it. All right,
I
that's
just
me.
want y'all to know real quick. I just got a message from a friend that says, "What the hell did I miss? Why is Gup sweeping?"
Gup is facing the consequences of his own actions,
It's been clipped.
It's been
Go
clipped.
watch.
along with our collective horror and disgust.
Yeah, you can go back and drop the clip if you want. It's a really funny clip.
Gup, I
Yeah,
just want
I
to say that was
absolutely
the
will be
best
doing
thing
that.
I've seen in like 2 weeks.
I might send that to my coworker who only knows that I'm participating in a charity stream this weekend.
Almost like
just
I hope
say
my new
he-
job that I started Monday didn't like watch.
I hope they did.
They can't get, as someone who's been covered in cow shit in a professional environment, they can't get mad at you for just ooblet. That's at least sanitary.
Right. Commit to the bit. They know that you're committed. When you really feel dedicated to a thing, you won't back down.
I am
Even if it
passionate.
is, maybe detrimental to your house and relationship.
Maybe. Well, the
Not
relationship's
maybe.
fine. The house, I'm not so sure.
Did anybody ever think that they might, reminisce for the days where Gup was just eating mayonnaise?
Honestly, I
We
prefer
want to
this to
bring
him
back
eating
somebody
mayonnaise.
eating
Yes.
mayonnaise.
It was a simpler
I could bring
time.
That.
No.
I also have done that on an extra life
Yes.
stream.
Simpler
Stop.
time when I just reached in the mayonnaise and ate it.
I
think,
brought a whole
it
tiny
wasn't-
container of mayonnaise to
Like
my
Hellmann's?
school to eat it on
Look,
stream.
Hellmann's, yes, thank you. That was actually part of it. They were like,
No,
It
no, it's not.
wasn't.
Hellmann's is the most appealing mayonnaise.
No, it's none of it's appealing. It's mayonnaise.
No, first of all, I just
Miracle
like
Whip
to
tastes
say,
like shit.
given our current egg situation in this country, I don't know about the Canada situation, but this is a classist take because the masses have mayonnaise. They don't have eggs.
No, this is a Miracle Whip
Stop
household.
it. Let it die.
Miracle Whip is amazing.
Miracle Whip, no offense, tastes like ass. I prefer Hellmann's.
Kinsey looks frozen.
I just want to say it wasn't just the mayonnaise. It was the description that came before he raised the jar
That's fair.
and stuck his whole hand in it
No.
and then licked it off of
No.
his fingies. It was the description of the character. Picture with
Mm.
me, in case you weren't there. We were playing Final Fantasy. He's the king of the Moogles. He is the biggest, fattest, roundest Moogle of them all. And he is caked in dried mayo because he has not been washed. And then he dips his fucking paw into this jar with a deep, deep voice. And is like, and then I was like, no.
The immediate wrench, like as soon as the mayo touches his tongue, he's just like, "Ugh."
not good.
I was
Oh my
playing
God.
a Moogle myself in the game, and I was repulsed. And a coup was formed that day.
Oh. Are there
So
any
it
other
wasn't
plugs?
just the mayo.
Yeah, who else would like to plug themselves?
I was gonna, but then you phrased it that
You're gonna
way.
need to move a little closer to your mic.
No.
wow,
Nobody's here to yuck anyone's yum.
Wow,
You know?
wow.
This has turned really Playotic after dark in the last 15 minutes.
They did that in the game before us, so I have no
Yeah,
shame.
we milked Strahd.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I know.
With
controversial
as
take.
that
I
happens.
just heard a lot of words I don't think I should have heard in a 3-hour span today.
You are correct.
What is going on?
Controversial take. I don't think Strahd can get it.
Something's going on here.
I was about to say, you got full nails. This is very...
Would anybody else like to plug themselves?
Sure, I guess.
Yes, Kinsey, please.
Hi. I make stupid shit. Not quite this stupid, but it's stupid. And you can find it on the Tick of Talk at the Sea Cat. Some of it's D&D, sometimes it's princesses, sometimes
Yay.
I do honestly whatever I am currently dressed as. I make videos of it. So that could be pretty much anything. And eventually I'm going to start navigating away from that app to YouTube, and we'll see how that goes. But right now, you can find me on the Tick of Talk. Come hang out at the Sea Cat. The dot C is in the ocean dot cat. Meow meow. Hey.
Meow, 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 meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow, meow,
I know
meow,
Gup
meow,
is
meow,
occupied right now. I don't know if Gup or Hannah have anything you would like to plug.
No, but I'll be here tomorrow running Call of Cthulhu, not doing weird shit. Actually,
No, that
I'll be
Call of Cthulhu is weird shit, Gup.
well, I'll be
You're not gonna
doing
make a
normal
second
weird
bucket?
shit.
I think you should make a second bucket for Call of Cthulhu.
A Call of Cthulhu bucket would have a lot more than boba tea beads and spaghetti.
That's
Was
what
it
that
There
Boba
was
tea?
spaghetti.
Corn. There were 14 16-ounce cans of cornstarch in there.
Wow.
A full thing of green food coloring, which didn't help. A whole big thing of cheese balls because I wanted them to float. And then the boba tea balls. There were 12 of those.
I wish it hadn't fallen over so we could have brought your cam over to see inside of it, because I bet it looked beautiful.
I don't know. It was pretty funny when it fell over.
Yeah. Thank you for wiping my food down. You're so nice.
Is there anything Hannah would like to plug?
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, she's good.
Okay. Well,
Would you like me to take over?
Well, I would like to say one more thing too before
sure.
the end. For one, I want to say thank you to all of my wonderful players. I know we got derailed at some point, and I know I very much messed up the timing. But for the first game I've DM'd in a while, this was a lot of fun. I had a really, really good time with everybody. A shout out to all of you. I'd also like to say, hi, I'm KillaBean5000. If you don't know who I am, I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I play lots of different games on my channel, but I also make D&D content on TikTok. And I also do have a dice partnership, if you'd like to check that out. And if you've liked any of the dice I use, I guess I didn't hold up my dice, but I've got lots of pretty dice. But yeah, and I just want to thank Playotic again for having me, for letting me do this. This was awesome. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm once again in the 8 o'clock slot for a game, but then I'm back on Sunday, also at the 4 o'clock slot.
So game 11, right? The goblins
Game
with the fat
11,
ass.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm also going to be a goblin
Central
with a fat
Time.
ass. Yeah,
Central
that's
Time.
what it is. Yes, all Central
Two
Time.
for me.
And yeah, also finally, this is a great cause for the kids. I'm sure Nolan's also going to do a spiel about it, so I won't go too in depth, but this is a wonderful cause. Please feel free to donate. Please contribute if you can, but I've just appreciated having you all watch. This is also like the biggest streaming audience I've streamed to in a very long time. So if this is very, very intimidating to have this many people see me DM, and I just have appreciated this. So
You killed it.
You did a great
Absolutely.
job.
I
Thank
tried.
you for putting this game together
Thank you
for
for
us.
being creative
Thank you.
Considering
You-
the situation, you
and
killed
following
it.
your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the bucket, I think I handled
I think you handled it probably better than most people probably could have handled that. I would have gotten distracted for sure.
The bucket, you have to understand, it was great. It was perfect tension because you were just continuing to run the game excellently. But in the background, what is that? It's a bomb.
Exactly. We're just watching him arm a bomb, and we're like, is nobody going to mention the bomb?
You don't even mention the bomb.
Great
And the fact that
tension.
I was acknowledging the bomb and then just going, anyway.
Anyway.
I'm just gonna
Anyway.
let that happen. The clip is back in chat. I'm gonna watch it again. Anyway, that is my
so
spiel. Nolan, you're more than welcome to take it away. Just thank you again for having me. I appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you all for coming back. And for those of you joining us for the first time, thank you so much. We have, of course, raised $1,325 so far. We did set a lofty goal this year of $10,000. Last year, we made $5,533 for Extra
Nice.
Life. So it is a bit of a
Aw.
lofty goal, but even if we fail to meet that goal, every dollar genuinely does go to a noble cause, because fucking kids don't have a choice in if they get sick or not, and their parents shouldn't have to choose their health over bankruptcy, because capitalism, I guess. But anyway, honestly, this is like one of my favorite weekends of the year. Just watching everybody have fun, just kind of making new friends, mixing people up that don't get to often play with one another. I know Gup is preoccupied right now with some situations, but I know this is a very genuinely meaningful event for him. So as much as we like to laugh and have fun, it is like really an amazing cause that this legitimately helps people in meaningful ways. So thank you everybody who has donated so far. We've got a long way to go. We've got 8 more games. And 8 times 4, whatever that's 46 something amazing more people.
4?
Yeah, 32. 32. We got at least 32 other people coming back for more games the rest of this weekend. So that's it. I don't want to keep anybody else. I know some people are Eastern time, so y'all are free to go. I think I'm just gonna hit stop stream. I didn't really plan an end.
We should raid out. We should.
Oh shit, you're right. How could I forget to raid? Who are we gonna raid?
Okay. Fine. Let's find a little baby streamer doing D&D or something.
It's not D&D, but it is a friend of mine that I do have somebody if you need.
I'm down. You're the DM of the last game, so as far as I'm concerned, you're in control of this ship.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you're willing, my friend, her name is Laura. Her and I used to work together way back in the day. She's currently playing Split Fiction, which I know is a
we have a raid command.
I also think Nolan and Laura were on Yay or Nay together, right?
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. Can you type their username in chat and I'll set up the raid?
Yeah.
Do we have a copy paste raid command?
Yeah, I was gonna say raid phrase.
Yeah, what do you?
Yes,
God, we had a fucking gold mine, like the lactation of Scribo from Curse of Strahd, but probably not that one.
No. Okay. What about we're here to split your fiction or something? Like,
I was gonna say we could say beware the bucket.
Beware the bucket.
Why?
Beware the bucket.
Beware the bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah, Gup's bucket.
This fucking bucket.
What?
That's the name of my character I play.
What?
I remember.
Okay, the bucket. I got
bucket.
it.
We'll figure it out. Tomorrow we might have some other things sorted out technology-wise, but we'll be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. till almost midnight, and then Sunday again. So come back and see us sometime, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want to play the ending video? You want to replay the video?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't want to break it. I was up until like freaking 3 a.m, like fixing stuff that was still not quite right. So
listen.
You're doing amazing.
I'm just
Big shout out to Nolan, who's been putting all this
yes,
together.
you're doing a great job, especially because
could not do it without
guy
you all.
supporting
It would be a bunch of
fantastic cause.
it's a bunch of empty camera frames without you guys. So, thank you. I'm gonna hit right now. You all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.